Alright, after a lengthy delay, thanks to some lightning and the sort, we are ready to play some baseball. It's still very much raining out there. As I say that, it just died. It's very wet on the turf, but it's all turf all the way up until the warning track. Warning track's gonna be a little bit muddy, but pretty much everything else is just gonna be kind of slick. So that's the weather conditions at the moment. That was anticipated to be the bad storm. It was the bad storm. We got hail, we got some very close thunder strikes, and so we had to delay a little. The projected start time is 5:25 for all of this. I got the lineups real quick. I'm going to set that up, and then I was able to get some other things while I was waiting. So this one's slightly misleading. It's outdated by 1 game. It's outdated by 1 game, but this is effectively what it is. Papillion 1-1, they're still in that place, and the Lobos are 3-3. So Pueblo versus Rocky Mountain is locked in. Then Hard Hats have punched their ticket. Missoula is going to try to outlast, so that Papillion team is 1-4. Missoula is going to try to change things change their fortune, make sure that they stay above Missoula to stay out of the 6-7 game and get into the and then play the Expos in the 5 versus 4 game. That's what's gonna happen. I suppose that I probably should have updated it, but I was doing other things in terms of stats. I'll leave you there, and then we'll have the starting lineups here in just a moment. I did get them. Next level will be home. The Mavericks will be on the road.
Number 43, Bryce Beecham will be right field. Number 19, John Gonzalez is playing first. Number 76, Chance Jennings is your center fielder. Number 77, Maddox Hatcher is your DH. Number 81, Johnny Devo is playing shortstop. Number 89, Garrett Stackhouse is the catcher. Number 92, Logan Jason is in left field. Number 93, Zach Poland will be the pitcher.
Alright, I'm marking down the lineups here.
For this game, should be Nate Montgomery and Terry Lundeen.
Okay. There we go. I got the Missoula lineup down. There are 2 games remaining. It is the Hard Hats versus Next Level and Next Level against Missoula. They have a back-to-backer. Got a little bit of extra rest. Okay, I got our lineups here, and so do the managers. Let me take that off your screen. You've probably absorbed it by now. There are 4 games tomorrow. Sorry about that, my bad. So here we go. Starting for Missoula, they'll be hitting first. They're 1-3 in this tournament. They are 26 and 28 overall for the Missoula Mavericks. Leading off for them is center fielder Carter Taylor. Designated hitter will be Chris Compton at the 2, followed by shortstop Jay Spy Carey. At the cleanup will be third baseman Sam Matosic, and then right fielder Henry Black. At the 6 will be left fielder Owen McGuinn. First baseman Finn Davis will bat 7th. Second baseman will be Colin Boyce at the 8, and catcher will be Ryland Davis at 9. School Fairchild going to be on the mound. So, recap for Missoula. First 3, center fielder Carter Taylor, designated hitter Chris Compton, shortstop Jay Spy Carey. The middle 3, third baseman Sam Matosic, right fielder Henry Black, and left fielder Owen McGuinn. And the bottom 3, first baseman Finn Davis, second baseman Colin Boyce, and catcher Ryland Davis. For the Hard Hats, or not for the Hard Hats, anyways, Next Level Baseball. For Next Level, they have leading off is third baseman Andrew Quarter. Then second baseman will be Eli Shin. He will be he'll be playing second today, switching with John DiBenedetto, who will be playing short. Eli Shin will be batting second. Then Bryce Meacham will be in right field and batting third. Cleanup will be John Gonzalez. He's been fantastic this tourney. Then center fielder will be Chance Jennings. Designated hitter will be Maddox Hatcher at the 6th slot. Then shortstop John DiBenedetto will be 7th. Catcher will be Garrett Stackhouse at the 8, and left fielder will be Logan Chafin at the 9, with Zach Folland on the mound. Recap for Next Level. The first 3, third baseman Andrew Quarter, second baseman Eli Shin, right fielder Bryce Meacham. The middle 3, first baseman John Gonzalez, center fielder Chance Jennings, designated hitter Maddox Hatcher. And then the bottom three: shortstop John DiBenedetto, catcher Garrett Stackhouse, and left fielder Logan Chafin. So I'm going to get some stats real quick.
Coming to the plate is number 2, Carter Taylor.
Okay, so leading off will be Carter Taylor for Missoula. Folland on the mound today for Next Level. That's in the dirt, 1-0. Should be noted that when the water, or when it gets a little slick on here, you can slide a little further. So, stolen base attempts, you might see somebody go way past the bag. On that, that's going to be hit into center. So, Carter Taylor, leadoff single off of Folland, and Missoula strikes first.
The hit will bring up number 16, Chris Compton.
Chris Compton's here. Compton is 2 for 8, batting 2,500. Folland locates the first pitch. That's right down the middle as well, so 0-2. Folland ahead in the count. Swing and a miss. So Folland mows down Compton, and that'll put a out on the scoreboard and bring up the shortstop, Jace Bikeri. Jace Bikeri batting 4 for 11. That gets by the catcher, and Carter Taylor heads over to second on the wild pitch. Bikeri 4 for 11 with a walk and an RBI. That's going to be skied into center. Jennings underneath it makes the out. So out number 2 recorded there. Chance Jennings on the flyout. And up comes Sam Matosic now. Matosic is 2 for 9. Wait, he's 1 for 7. With 2 runs, an RBI, and a homer. The only man to get a homer here on this Missoula squad during this tournament. 0-1, Folland gets the first pitch strike. Taylor leading off second. A little bit high, 1-1. See the hard hats moving in here. They're getting set. They're going to play next. The 4-0 post-22 hard hats will play against Next Level after this. So 1-1. Grounded into right. That'll get through. So Taylor's going to round third. He's coming in. The throw to the relay man, not going to be in time. And Missoula strikes first. They get on the board with an RBI single there from Sam Matosic. So Folland allows the run, and Once again, 1 run in the first inning. That's what happened with Pueblo yesterday. Henry Black. He fouls one off.
Please return all foul balls to the ticket booth.
1-0 count, or 0-1 count here to Henry Black. Folland delivers, foul ball again. So ahead in the count 0-2 now is Folland. All right, 0-2. Delivers. That's going to be skied into right. And foul territory. Going after it, Meacham. He will make the grab. So, out number 3. Mavericks score 1. Missoula takes the lead here on the RBI single from Sam Matosic. And to recap that first inning, Missoula gets 2 hits. They score 1 run. That run is earned to Zach Folland. There are no errors, and 1 man is left aboard. It is 1-0 Missoula. Now next level gets their turn to respond. Leading off for them, Andrew Quarter, followed by Eli Shin and Bryce Meacham. Next level was the highest scoring team in this tournament so far. Missoula pretty high up there too.
Coming to the plate will be number 88, Andrew Carter.
All right, so Andrew Quarter is 1 for 4, but has 4 walks and a hit by pitch this tournament. He has 7 runs all in all. On the leaderboards for the entire tournament, that's grounded up the middle. The shortstop picks it up. By carry, throws to first. Yeah, it will be in time. So out number 1 recorded on the ground out. I was going to say that during the lightning break, I was able to tally up the team leaders for everybody on this tournament and determined that Andrew Quarter's walks puts him 3rd best in this tournament, and he's only through 3 games. Some of these teams have 6 or 5. So ball number 1 taken by Shin. Shin 3 for 8 with a pair of walks, 6 runs. Fouled off, 1-1. Pitching here for Missoula is School Fairchild. Certainly a good one that Missoula saved for a big occasion. They played the Hard Hats last night, ended up losing that one 5-2. Foul ball. Just got a piece of it, 1-2. Very high-pitched dink there. Okay. 1-2 count to Shin. Fairchild puts it up and outside. Good eye there from Shin. Fouled off. So it remains 2-2. That's going to be lined into center. Taylor coming in, makes the grab. So out number 2 recorded on the fly out. Fairchild handling next level for the moment.
Plate number 23, Bryce Meacham.
Bryce got 3 walks in his last game. That's going to be hit into shallow left. It'll drop. It gets past the left fielder. He's trotting out there. Meacham going for 2. He's going to get there. He'll stay. So a double for Bryce Meacham with 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Oh, hey, Liam, you're going to get your own little rain delay. You're going to feel like you're a part of the action, I guess. John Gonzalez now up. John is 7 for 10 with 6 runs. And a tournament high 8 RBIs. He also has a tournament high batting 700. His 6 runs through 3 games, also good enough to lead 3 out of 14, or most of the teams in here. That's lined into left. Meacham coming around third. He's coming home. No throw will be made. He slides on in, and the game is tied up. There goes John Gonzalez. He's 8 for 11 now. And Bryce Meacham comes around to score from second. The game is all tied up on a single.
The will bring up number 76, Chance Jennings.
So all on 2 outs, a little bit of a rally forming. Gonzalez now on first, Chance Jennings up to bat. Jennings, 3 for 8. He has 2 hit by pitches. And 2 RBIs, looking for his first run. Gonzalez does have a steal in this tourney. 0-1. That's right down the middle, 0-2. So Fairchild quickly ahead of the count here. A little bit of residual lightning sound there. Fouled off. Couldn't tell if that was the Thunder or his bat. That was a good hit ball, so 0-2. Hard Hats packing in to scout out their competition. A balk is called, and Gonzalez will head to second. You did not see that. That's off the plate just a little bit, so 1-2 to Jennings. Fouled off. Taken low and away, it'll get away. And that'll move Gonzalez over to third now. To 2-2 count. Gonzalez all the way to third, thanks to a balk and a wild pitch. The 2-2 from Fairchild. He's trying to keep this a tie game. 2 outs. Throw back to second. Gonzalez moves over and is safe. 2-2. Hope you all are enjoying this. I know it's going to be kind of late, but yeah, because of the Eastern time zone, we'll have everything grounded. Me? I don't have any problems with weather delays. Well, yeah, I will say no, just because the delay's bad. I don't like the weather. The weather can be fine. I just hate that delays happen. So 2-2. That's going to be hit into right. Will it get down? It will! It lands! Gonzalez comes in. Chance Jennings going to stay at 1. So an RBI single for Chance. And Next Level has taken the lead 2-1. Gonzalez scores his 7th run. Jennings gets his 3rd RBI. And Next Level takes their lead. So far in this tournament, when Next Level has had a lead, they have not lost it. Throw back to first, and not in time to get Jennings. Jennings does need to worry because when you slide on this turf, you really do slide. Like a good extra 1.5 feet compared to normal. I've seen guys try to go for specifically sliding to third and then sliding past the bag and getting tagged out. Ideally, you stay on your feet here. Throwback, Chance is safe. Aw, Chance's birthday's tomorrow. That's great. Well, he's hoping to go to a championship game. If Next Level can win this game over Missoula, they will clinch themselves a ticket against the team they play next, which is the Post-22 Hard Hats. Both teams would be 4-0. The rest of the teams have 2 losses. So 0-1 on the foul butt. This is Maddox Hatcher. He went 2 for 2 as a pinch hitter yesterday with a run and an RBI. He's DHing. He earned himself a spot in the starting lineup. I did. You heard thunder. Sorry, Liam. That's taken. Trying to frame it. They forget about Chance. Chance goes slipping, sliding over to second. And he doesn't get the strike call anyways. So, stolen base for Chance Jennings, his 2nd of the tournament. Up comes Hatcher, or still Hatcher's here, so 2-1. Man in scoring position. All of this rally happening on 2 outs for Next Level. Fairchild retired the first 2 in order. Bunt shown and pulled back, so it's 3-1. The bunt is shown. It's put down to third. Picked up. Matosic, throw to first in time. Good stretch out there by the first baseman, Finn Davis, and that'll be the inning. So, 1 man left aboard. Next Level scores 2. They take a lead, 2-1. Mavericks trying to regain some sort of tie and or lead in the top of the 2nd. To recap that inning, Next Level got 3 hits. They scored 2 runs. They were both earned to the pitcher Fairchild. There were no errors, and 1 man was left aboard. It's 2-1. Missoula did pretty well their last time up with this exact kind of thing. I assume lightning delay? Okay. Okay, thank you. Alright. We are all set to go for the Okay, I'm still writing down all the stats. I wouldn't be too worried. We'll do everything in our power to play these games tonight. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Another 30 minutes of storm delay, they say. That is rough. The boys were playing just fine out there. I don't really know what we're worried about. Nobody's getting struck by lightning. If something's getting struck by lightning, it's one of the pretty much lightning rods we have either on that hill over there with those antenna, or the light posts we have. There's a firework set off there. I was wondering how I got so much time to do my stuff. That explains it. Ah. Well, sure, but I get how much they are, but they would get hit regardless of whether we were playing or not in the event of a thunder strike. I'm just saying it's not going to hit a kid. There's no danger of the lightning hitting someone. That's all I'm saying. Not that it wouldn't be unfortunate to hit any part of this building. I'm just saying that nobody's life is in danger playing baseball in the lightning. It's no more safe to do this than to be out there playing. That's what I'm saying. So, odds are higher than you think. Okay. I did a research project in college about sports deaths in the action and during training over the last 45 years in over 20 different sports, or not 20 different, 15 different sports. And there were 21 instances of lightning fatalities, 13 of which in soccer practices. and several in rugby matches and things of that sort. That is out of hundreds of thousands of people playing every single day across the world. This is everybody in the world over the last 40 years. 23 instances. Those odds they play, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of lightning delays. I think they're lame. And I wish everybody would just get to play the game. Oof, Liam. I'll stay inside. You're out in Pennsylvania, right? Yeah. This is really going to keep our East Coast viewers up late tonight if they do end up playing both games against the hard hats there, because that game was projected to start at 9 p.m. Eastern, and now it's looking more like 10:30 Eastern, and that would go on for at least an hour and a half and keep them up in the middle of the night. So we're just waiting it out. So let me go over. Just knocked over my water bottle there. Let me go over these stats I have for the tournament leaders here. So I'll tell you some of these. The Pavilion. Oh yeah, true. Good point. Good point. Tomorrow's a holiday. And in the event this goes on, like we get another lightning delay after this, there is a possibility that if Next Level wins this game, we know the championship game will be the same matchup, Next Level versus Post 22. So if this keeps on going and it's going to be too late to start it, they might just call off that game, and we know we'll get the same matchup in the championship game at 4:30 tomorrow. That's awesome. That's got to be really cool. Yeah, the radio towers, they're big lightning rods on top of a mountain. Helps them get the best signal. Messes with them when they get hit, though. I'll cook up a new updated. I'll get a new updated thing here with all the standings. Okay. Where did my phone go? Okay, well, I'm glad you all are sticking with us. several of the next level players going into the batting cages, but they're coming back out now. Yeah, seems like they're trying to stay warm in there. Missoula just chilling in their dugout. Okay, so let me add these all up and get their number for Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain got to play an extra game because one team dropped out and there were some scheduling quirks. And then how many innings is that? That's 5. Are the rest 7? Yes. So 35, that's 41. Okay. If you're just tuning in, I'll go over the wins and losses so far in the tournament today. The first game of the day was a walk-off win for the Post 22 Expos. They came in just as a fill-in team. They're the 17 under farm team for the Hard Hats, and they went 2-0. They beat. They had a walk-off win against Rocky Mountain yesterday, and they had a walk-off win against Premier West today. So Premier West fell to 0-5. They're the only winless team. They will play against whoever finishes 6th, which is either Missoula or Papillion. Papillion won their game, so that puts pressure on Missoula because now Papillion sits 1-4, Missoula sitting at 1-3. If they were to lose the game, they would be tied, and it would go down to that tiebreaker because they didn't play each other head-to-head. Did they? No, Premier West was the team that was close. Okay. And how many innings is that? That's 5. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure that's true, Mr. Hatcher. I mean, yeah, some counties, 12 miles. I went to an LSU game down in Death Valley down there. My great-grandpa named Michael Chambers. He's in the he's in the LSU Athletic Hall of Fame. He was a trainer there back in the 30s, 40s, and 50s. When he got inducted, I was going to be one of the people for the family to go onto the field. This was at halftime of McNeese State versus LSU. This was Leonard Fournette's senior year, so maybe 2016, 2015, something like that. That sounds right. And there was lightning, and then it waited 29 minutes to strike again, and then another 20, and boom. And then eventually, it was the first canceled game in LSU's history in over 100 years. And I did not ever get to go onto the field. I was half a quarter away. We got through the first, into the second. I was going to on the break between halftime and the second quarter. So, yay, that was fun. Okay, so that's 5, 6. Starting to rain a little down here. We could play through rain. The first game was finished through rain. It is just rain, right? Yeah, just rain, not hail. It was hail earlier. So I'll just keep you some company. Okay, 6-5. So that's going to be 11, and then the other 3 were 21, so 13. Ooh, that changes things. All right. These two teams were passing a baseball with notes across the green to one another. A little bit ago, I saw. I think it was Quarter and Cornbread. I know Cornbread was involved. He was wearing the whatever the cowboy hat is in the dugout there. He was one of the master negotiators in whatever they were doing over there. Okay, now sample that. And zoom in here. Alright, shout out to all the Missoula people. I know some of you are here. It's a long drive over here. Not quite as long as Asheville, North Carolina, but it's further than people would realize. They'd be like, South Dakota, Montana, they almost border, it's fine. Not the case. Missoula, the second furthest team here, going over 730 miles. That's half of what this Asheville team did, which was, of course, 2 time zones. It was a long trip. Okay, I made all that. Let me email it to myself real quick. And then we have the updated graphic of the standings. No, it should be the best broadcast ever in theory, because I had so much time to prepare. I got to prepare everything I wanted, which was like what I was thinking, oh, maybe I don't have enough time for it. Okay. There we go. And then image, let's make another one. Here we are. We're on the lightning delay. Here is the current standing for the Firecracker tournament. It says hey before 2. It's really just in the lightning delay. This is what it looks like. You've got the hard hats on top. They're 4-0. They will go into the game against Next Level undefeated. Next Level currently sitting at a nice 3-0. And if they can get this win over Missoula, they can make sure that they're in that title game. Actually, never mind, they're in with the Rocky Mountain loss and a head-to-head victory over the Azteca. They're in. They're into the championship game, regardless of this result, because they have the head-to-head. That secondary number there you're looking at, that is the secondary tiebreaker. So first one is, of course, record, and then it's head-to-head as a tiebreaker. And then after all of that, it is the runs allowed average, or the average runs allowed per inning. It's runs allowed over innings pitched there. So that is the magic number for everybody. That's what's breaking all of the ties. We don't have any ties at the moment because Rocky Mountain got to play an extra game. Otherwise, they would be in third. That's where they were a minute ago. Then Missoula, though, needs to watch out. Yeah, I'm not trying to think about that. Anyways, the Rocky Mountain Lobos sitting there at 3-3. Missoula, if they can get the win, would go to 2-3. And so to recap, the Pueblo versus Rocky Mountain, they will get a rematch tomorrow after Rocky Mountain upset Pueblo 11-10 earlier today in a thriller. Then the 6 versus 5 game will be the Expos versus whoever finishes 5th. So, as you can see, those numbers very tight between Missoula and Papillion. If Missoula wins, they don't have to worry. They're into the 5th place game. If they lose, they got to worry about that number, which means that they got to allow less than an inning, less than a run an inning this game, or less than 1.1 runs per inning this game, if they want to bring that number down or keep it the same. If they do more than that, if they say it's an 8-run game over 7 innings, they will they allow 8 runs, then it will be enough that their number will go too high, and Papillion will overtake them, and will play tomorrow against the Post 22 Expos, while Premier West will play Missoula. If that number stays low enough, or if Missoula wins, then Missoula will get to play the Expos, and Papillion will play Premier West. We don't have a definite schedule for everything about that. We know that the Hard Hats will play at 4:30, which means that, by extension, Next Level will play in the championship game at 4:30 as well. And then there's a 9 o'clock, an 11:30, and a 2 o'clock slot. That's what we got right now. Next Level players just coming out, talking to their parents, getting something to eat, whole deal. I will have Dylan Marsh back on the call, if you remember him from last night. He's a former Hard Hat, played with circa 2 days ago. He's a senior going to Northern State College, D2 school here in South Dakota, I believe. And he's going to be playing, of course, baseball there. He's coming off a bad labrum tear, so he's going to rehab for the rest of the summer before college. Oh yeah, Lakeland. Do they have to... I have a question. Maddox Hatcher and Cooper Emery from Lakeland, they're on the travel ball team. Do they have to make the 300-mile drive for home games? Or do they, live up in North Carolina for the summer? Do they have to make, a 3-hour drive just to get to practice? How does that work? Because I know you're by and large traveling all the time, but that can't be easy if they still live in Lakeland and then have to make that travel all the time. Yeah, okay. That's what I was thinking, that you would live closer for the summer. Yeah, all right. But, okay. So, Maddox is saying, or Jared Hatcher saying that Maddox more or less has to make that drive every time, while Emery's saying that more or less living more north for the summer. But, I mean, that's something special. As I understand it, Cooper Emery, still a 2024 prospect, looking for a, being recruited. He put out a highlight video of what he was doing there last game. He had a great game yesterday, of 6 innings with a win, 7 Ks, and no earned runs. That's pretty great. And has some pretty wicked stuff, I gotta say. Next level, more than doing its job at promoting all of these players to the next level, it's doing a lot for all of this. I'd say that all these players seem college level bound from what I've seen, whether that's JUCO, whether that's D1, whether that's D2, NAIA, the whole deal. It feels like nobody on this team should go overlooked from what I've seen. Missoula's got some great players that are going to the next level as well. Owen McGuinn, for one, is going to play at the University of Jamestown, an NAIA school in North Dakota. And then Luke Thorne going to College of Idaho, also NAIA. Not to be confused with University of Idaho in Moscow. 2 guys there. And then the only 2 I know so far on this next level team, I know most of them are juniors. So it's not necessarily that they've committed. I've heard Chance Jennings, Winthrop, and Bryce Meacham, Louisiana Monroe. Those are the 2 I know. If there are more, regardless of what level, go for it. I had to travel up to North Carolina the day before. Okay, that makes sense. Well, I mean, if you're getting on the bus and living out of it for the next week and a half, it's like, yeah, okay. I mean, that's not that bad a drive if you're going to be doing that big a drive anyways. But for just like routine practices, that would be a lot. Practice with their local high school teams, that makes sense. And players from all over. And I know that this is more of a travel ball team. Glad to have them here, but that does provide some advantages most of these Legion ball teams do not have, in the fact that Legion has a maximum roster capacity of 23. I believe that Next Level is bringing more than that. Hard Hats have 21, but I heard 9 pitchers coming, and then they've got their 9 field players, and probably a few extra field players out there, I would expect. Maybe, probably less than 23, but about at it. Every state? Yeah, American Legion's a veterans organization in every state, plus the territories, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, whole deal. It's just a veterans organization, and it puts on the baseball, and so it's turned into a cool club thing. Post 22 has 44 state titles. That is the most since World War II, and by a margin, and 3rd most in all time. The two ahead of them are Omaha Post 1, which has recently splintered into like a million different Omaha Post 1 teams, because I found out there that they don't have very many posts. So, like, all the major high schools in Omaha go under Post 1, so a couple different teams can win and the whole post would win. So it's a little bit different there. And then Memphis 1. Post 1 in Memphis, the first post established in Tennessee, is the first, it has the most all time for championships. But since World War II, it is post 22 hard hats. They've won all of theirs since the 60s. 44 titles in under 65 years. I wish we did give out an all-tournament team. That would be nice. I suppose the do-up for Missoula will be right fielder or left fielder Owen McGuinn, first baseman Finn Davis, and Colin Boyce when we come back out. We also got a feel for the pitchers. They're gonna have some trouble staying locked in as they take so much time of rest in between. Post 22 has hosted nationals a few times. We'll be hosting the regional championship out here in August. 2nd through 6th, you won't want to miss it. That's the qualifiers for the national, and that'll have the top few teams from South Dakota, North Dakota, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. I don't think Colorado. I don't think Minnesota. But yeah, Montana, Idaho, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Wyoming, I believe, are the 5 there, and what is the Northern Plains, I think they call it. Gee.
Oh, is there a whole party going on in here or what?
Not really.
Dang. You got the view up here.
It is a pretty good view.
Yeah, except you get when you get hit with a foul ball.
It hasn't happened.
It's gonna happen.
It's going to
I'm
happen.
gonna call it. It's gonna happen.
One hit the piece of glass up there in the other booth.
Probably haven't shattered. It's probably super thick.
Yeah, no. Well, they didn't really, cut any corners on this place.
Yeah. It's pretty sweet.
It is. And it's more or less entirely soundproofed, the other two.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I can't hear when they're calling in the other booth next to me.
Oh, wicker stands in there?
Yeah.
Got the whole clan in there. Well, you have fun.
Thanks.
See you later.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you.
That was Tate Crossweight, a hard hats left fielder. Tournaments are throughout the South, so kids show up and mostly train and practice on their own, and then travel. But we traveled during high school as well, so you get used to it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. He is really gonna drill him on the bunts, I'm sure. It should be, okay, we have Kelly Roach coming out. She's given the thumbs up. We are ready to play. We are back to action. I'll take that off your screen now. And the boys are coming back out. They'll have a quick warm-up. But the lightning delay has passed. And we are back. So I'm guessing 10-15 minutes to warm up because everybody cooled back down. How do you do that? I just saw hearts show up. What was that? So fingers crossed we don't have to stop again. It's currently a 2-1 game for next level against Missoula. Game 4 of our 3rd consecutive quintuple header. Meaning that would be a quint decaheader. That might be right, 15 if you did, but it's not all back to back to back to back. We do go to sleep at night. Not for long, I might add, but yes. We should be ready to go. All right. Warm-up pitch is being thrown here by the pitcher, Folland. I've got every possible stat that you could ever ask for at my disposal. Missoula does not lead any stats in any of the things that they do here, but Ryland Davis leads their team with a 4 for 7. Is going 4 for 7 in the tournament with the best batting average on the team. The top batting average in the tournament goes to John Gonzalez, who going into the game was batting 7 for 10 and is batting an even more impressive 8 for 11 now after his RBI single in the first. He also leads the tournament in RBIs. There are two other guys with 7. That is Phoenix West for Rocky Mountain and Noah Carrillo for Premier West. But nobody has 8, and now John has 9. I was going on and on about how we'd had such luck. This is the first rain delay that has actually stopped a game that was already in progress of the entire hard hat season. That's some pretty lucky stuff. Usually in South Dakota you get isolated showers, so you'll get like 10 minutes of downpour and then it's done. This storm just wasn't moving. It just kept on hanging over the heads of everybody here. And it still does, but we hope it's done. All right, so we're back to play. Leading off the top of the second will be the right fielder, Owen McGuinn. McGuinn was the starting pitcher yesterday against the Hard Hats. He pitched pretty well. That's a ball a little bit off the edge. So Zach Folland on the mound right now, looking at a 1-0 here to McGuinn. Foul tip right into the glove of the catcher, Garrett Stackhouse. 1-1. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. And it's 1-2 now. Folland delivers in the dirt, laid off. 2-2. All right, 2-2. Folland delivering to McGuinn. McGuinn does not have a hit in this tournament yet. He drives one in the center. There it is. He gets the first hit of the tournament and a single out of the break. Leadoff single for Owen McGuinn off of Folland. Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Chris Compton pitched last night. Good call. Chris Compton is hitting this time. He's batting second. McGuinn gets the single. So Missoula, their offense has been pretty good this year or in this tournament so far. They of course won that 12-9 game over Premier West, which seemed like it was going to be the highest scoring game of the tournament. And well, since then we've had 2 that have been higher scoring, an 11-10 and a 13-15. Grounded up the middle. Handled by DiBenedetto. Over to Shin. Shin throws on the bounce. John Gonzalez picks it out of the ground. And that'll be out number 2. Or outs number 1 and 2 on the double play. A skipper from Shin over to Gonzalez. He pulls it off of the bounce. And that'll be a double play. A 6-4-3. So, both runners removed. It is Colin Boyce now up to bat. He's 1 for 11 in this tourney so far. That's a strike edge of the plate by Folland. It's 0-1. Swing and a miss. That'll be strike 2. Folland ahead in the count 0-2 now. Oh-2. In the dirt. That'll be taken for a ball. 1-2 now. Here to Colin Boyce. Missoula trying to spark something. Double play there. Kind of snuffed out a little bit of fire that was starting in the beginning of the second. That's popped up. Calling for it is the third baseman Quarter. He will make the play. So out number 3 is recorded. That'll be the top of the second. Mavericks get 1 hit. They don't bring him in. And nobody is left on the base pads. No errors. And that'll make it a 1-2 game. It'll remain 1-2. And coming up now will be next level. Bottom of the order coming up, the 7, 8, and 9. Not your normal bottom of the order. John DiBenedetto, who's batting .400 in this tourney, is going to lead things off. He has 5 RBIs. And that's pretty great. The most impressive thing about John Gonzalez's RBI lead in this whole tournament is, first of all, I mean, a lot of it has to do with the people hitting in front of him that have been so great. Chafin's got 4. Chafin's got 4 runs. Meacham has at least 5. Then Quarter has 7, and Shin has 6. I mean, you can't knock people in if they don't get on, kind of thing. But the other teams in this tournament, 4 of them have played 5 games. 1 of them has played 6. Next level has played 3, and they have somebody leading a stat accumulation category. So leading off now, John DiBenedetto. He takes it a little bit high. So 1-0. That's grounded up the middle. Gets past the pitcher. It's going to get to the shortstop. No play to be made. DiBenedetto infield dribbler. That'll be good enough for a single to lead things off here in the second. So Garrett Stackhouse now up. He's looking for his first hit. He did get a sac fly last night, though, in the Pueblo game. Throw back to second. Or throw back to first, not in time. Strike delivered, 0-1. Now it's going to be popped out of play. 0-2.
Please return all balls to the ticket booth.
0-2 count. That's high. That's a good eye there from Stackhouse. Fairchild looking for his first K of the day. Popped into right. Coming after it is the right fielder making the grab. So that'll be put away by Henry Black. for the first out of the inning.
The out brings us number 92, Logan Chafin.
Up comes Logan Chafin. He had a great night last night. 2 doubles and a pair of runs coming across. Both of those to start off rallies in the 3rd and the 4th, or the 4th and the 5th of that inning. Or no, 5th and 6th. I'm way off. 5th and 6th innings. Chafin batting 3 for 7 in this tourney. That's pretty good. Nearly 500. So 1-0 now. Fairchild delivers the first pitch as a ball. In the dirt. Handled. That'll be ball number 2. So 2-0. That's going to be a hit sharply up the line. It's fair. Now, coming around, DiBenedetto's rounding third. It's all the way into the corner. He's going to come in to score. That's a double. I don't know if that was fair. The umpire says it was, though. Third baseman believes it's not fair.
The double will bring up number 88, Andrew.
It's going to go down as fair. So that was a double that bounced fair, and I thought went a little bit wide of third base. I'm along the third base line here right now. I thought it went maybe a good 4 or 5 inches to the left of third base when it crossed over it. Nonetheless, that is an RBI double for Logan Chafin, his 3rd double in 3 at-bats in this tournament. He finished off with 2 doubles. That's his first RBI, though, of the entire tourney. He's a stolen base candidate. He has 2 of them on this so far. So first pitch strike delivered to Andrew Quarter. Low, 1-1. Fairchild checking in on Chafin. That's going to be hit hard into left. Falling down and making an incredible catch is going to be the left fielder. What a play by Owen McGuinn. He falls down, doesn't have the best traction and whatnot, and while on his knees, he pulls down the liner, makes the grab. Nope. That's going to be delivered just a little bit low by Fairchild. There was a runner called being said. People thought Chafin was taking off. I don't know if he got spooked and went back or if he was never taking off in the first place, but he went back to the bag. So 1-0. Eli Shin now up. He flew out to center last time. He is now 3 for 9 on the tourney, batting .333. That's inside 2-0. Fairchild staring down the man. Swing and a miss there. Gets the whiff. So 2-1 now on Shin. Fairchild not getting any Ks, but has done a pretty good job at forcing soft contact. Fouled off. The bat screamed on that one, and it bounces into the parking lot. So 2-2. If you missed firework day last night, I feel bad for you, but you can go back to the live stream, see all the fireworks as they were at the end of that Hard Hats game last night. Grounded, hard over to third. First, handled cleanly. He'll run to the bag himself, tap it out. Finn Davis puts it away, and in the bottom of the second, Next Level Baseball scores 1 run. They make it a 3-1 ball game going into the third. So to recap that inning for Next Level, they scored 2 hits. Or they get 2 hits. They score 1 run. That run is earned to the pitcher Fairchild, his third. There are no errors. And there is 1 man left aboard. So it is 3-1 now. Missoula going to have their 9, 1, and 2 up. That being said, their 9 is the leading hitter on their team. It's Ryland Davis, the catcher. He is 4 for 7. Playing what is essentially a second leadoff, I guess. He's also a catcher in this game, meaning that if they want, they get a courtesy runner whenever he reaches base. As those are tournament rules. Okay. Well, top of the third coming up. Ryland Davis going to lead things off. Coming in for his third inning of work is the pitcher Folland.
Coming to the plate is number 1, Ryland Davis.
Zach Folland allowed a run to come across in the first. Has blinked since. First pitch to Davis. That'll be not a strike, just a little bit outside. So 1-0. Grounded over to third. Quarter picks it up. Throw to first. In time. Out number 1 is recorded. So Folland puts the first one away. Davis goes down.
The out brings up number 2, Carter Taylor.
So Carter Taylor now up. He was the one to score back in the first. He had a leadoff single. A wild pitch brought him to second, and an RBI single from Sam Matosic brought him in. Three hits have been allowed off of Folland so far today. One out. Grounded over to second. Picked up his shin. Throw to first in time. So a pair of ground balls have gotten the first 2 outs here in the third for Next Level Baseball.
The out brings up number 16, Chris Compton.
Chris Compton now up. He was the man that actually started last night. Thank you for correcting me. And so he is batting 2 for 9 in this tourney, but he does have 2 runs, 2 RBIs, and leads the team with 2 steals. That's inside 1-0. That's hit hard into the gap in left center. Going back to the wall, it will. It's going to hit against it. Picked up by Jennings. They're going to throw to the cutoff man. He will stay at 2. So a 2-out double, and Chris Compton gets his first hit of the game. Missoula extending the inning, putting a man in scoring position. Jace Bycarry now up. So in the top of the third, Missoula now brings to the plate Jace Bycarry on the big double from the designated hitter, Chris Compton. High and away, so 1-0. Fairchild delivering, Folland delivering right now. One out. Bolland gives the inside ball. So 2-0 now to by carry. Oops, that might have been loud. My bad. My arm brushed against the microphone. 2-0. By carry pops one up into a shallow center. Jennings wants it. He makes the grab. So out number 3 is recorded. Despite the double from Chris Compton, Mavericks are unable to score in the top of the third. They will go into the bottom of the third, trying to keep the lead at 2 runs. Or keep their deficit at 2 runs. So in that inning, 1 hit, no runs, no earned runs, no errors. 1 man was left on base. That was Compton on second. And it remains 3-1. Next level scored in each of their innings so far. And the top of the order, or not the top of the order, the heart of the order will be up. The 3, 4, and 5, Meacham, Gonzalez, and Jennings, all 3 of them getting hits in the first, and 2 of them scoring runs. All right. So Meacham, Bryce Meacham, going to come out here. He got that double to start off the hitting for the next level in the first. He came around to score on the single by Gonzalez. That's low, below the needs, 1-0. Fairchild gives that one, and that's a strike. I believe that was a very strange foul tip. Oh, good, Liam. That's great. All right, 1-1. Up and away, so 2-1 now. A deep breath from Meacham, so loud I could hear it from up here, is let out, 2-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Fairchild has not gotten a K today. Two. Delivered. That is not strike 3. It's just a little bit off. That was a close one. And in retrospect, yeah, that was a ball. Looking at it from the home plate cam, that's grounded softly over to first. Handled by Davis. Davis throws over to Fairchild. He steps on the bag, out number 1. And up comes John Gonzalez, the man who, if I were to give out an award, would be player of the tournament so far. He is 8 for 11, leading the entire tournament with 9 RBIs. And it should be noted, his 7 runs are second best in this tournament. That is fouled away. So he is the second best runs and the best RBIs. He has just been a hitting machine so far. He also has the best batting average and most hits, period. Grounded over to third, handled cleanly. The bouncer, well handled by Davis. That was a spiked ball by the third baseman, Matosic, but able to handle it and scoop it out is Davis. Wow, we just got really dark out here. Sky all covered up by clouds. And that'll be out number 2, a little spooky. Finn Davis playing a great defensive first base so far for Missoula. That's hit hard into right and foul. So Chance Jennings hit one that would have gotten to the wall had it not been foul. It was foul by about 6 or 7 feet out there in deep right. So 0-1. Taken off the plate for a ball. It's 1-1 now. Oof. Grounded up the middle, it'll get through. So Chance Jennings gets his second single of the day, and the inning continues. It should be reminded that in the first inning, there wasn't a hit until Bryce Meacham got a double with 2 outs. All of the scoring done has been with 2 outs for next level baseball. Or at least it was in the first inning. So 2 of them were done on 2 outs. The third run done on 1 out on the Chafin double. Throw back. Safe. I'm going to push back the start time of that other stream. It'll probably start more like 8. 8:30. That's hit hard into right. Underneath it is Black. He will make the out. And that'll be the inning. So a single from Jennings does not bring in any runs. And for the first time, Fairchild able to maintain the amount of runs allowed here. So it is 3-1. Missoula looking to come back in the top of the fourth. I'm not going to get anybody hopes up. I'm going 7:45 for the start of the stream. All right. Oh, that's not good. Sky shouldn't be yellow. It is not the Steelers season. That's all I'm going to say. It's not Steelers season. Not on brand there. All right, so Follin's returning for his 4th inning. He's allowed just the 1 run back in the first inning. And the due-up for Missoula, it'll be the 4, 5, and 6, the middle of the lineup. It'll be Matosic, Black, and McGuinn. 2 of those players have hit so far. If they string them together, maybe that's a run. De Benedetto falling face first, trying to reach for a ball out there. He's gonna tie his shoe. That was funny. All right. Here we go. So Fallon stretching out. We're still waiting on Shin to tie his shoe. And he is set. We are ready to go. So Zach Fallon delivers strike 1 across the top of the zone. So 0-1 now. Here to the batter, Matosic. He had an RBI single in the first. He swings and misses at 1 in front of him, 0-2. The 0-2. Yeah. Meacham a big Steeler guy. That's great. 0-2. That one put on the ground. Bounces off of the catcher, Stackhouse. And it's 1-2. Wild pitch there for Zach Folland. So 1-2. Fouled off of the catcher mask. Not into the glove of the mitt of Stackhouse. And it is 1-2 now. Scoreboard operator shows 1-3. They fixed it up. So 1-2. People starting to pile into what they thought would be the Hard Hats game. They don't know about the Lightning. They should be following Post 22 Baseball on Instagram and Twitter. All right. 1-2. High. 2-2. Still in the first at-bat of this inning against Sam Matosic. 2-2. High again, so full count. Delivered. Full count here for Zach Folland. He delivers. It's smacked over to third. It gets through. It's going to roll on the line. Picked up cleanly. And the throw to second gets away. But not far enough. Gonzalez there to back it up. And a single into left for a leadoff single for Sam Matosic. He's 2 for 2. After a long at-bat, the product, a leadoff single. That'll bring up Henry Black. Black is 0 for 1 in this game. He is 3 for 12 overall. He does have a triple to his name. And it's taken outside. Stackhouse believed that he had framed it well enough for that to be a strike, but not quite. 1-0. Low, so 2-0. Fallen now to Black. Man on first, nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Mavericks trail by 2. Fouled away. And 2-1. Alright, 2-1. That's going to be skied into right center. Going after it is Jennings. He's going to not make the play, and it'll fall. Both men are going to keep on moving. Coming in is Matosic, and 1 run will score. That was a deep one to the furthest part of the park in right center, and it would be... No, it was caught. Or are we just... No, we're giving over batting gear. Never mind. So, not caught. A RBI double by Henry Black. It was hard to think because I think Jennings knocked it down. It bounced into the wall because when he came out of the wall, he had it in his glove. I think that he knocked it down, it bounced into the wall, and it came back out. And he picked it up off the ricochet. So man on second, Mavericks make it 3-2. This will bring up McGuinn. McGuinn got a single in his first at-bat. That's a strike there. So still no outs in the inning. Man on second. Folland pitching now to Owen McGuinn, the left fielder. That gets away. Wild pitch will allow the runner, Black, to get over to third, and it's 1-1. Second time a wild pitch has moved a runner so far for Folland. Having a little bit of trouble with the location. So 1-1 now. A tying run 90 feet away for Missoula with no outs. Grounded over to third. It's getting through! McGuinn slots it into left, and it's a tie game. A single, still no outs here in the top of the fourth. The middle of the lineup comes through. They bring them all in, and a tie game. So, Folland going to get a visit from the manager for Next Level Baseball. I don't know if they're going to pull him. I don't think so. Feels a little soon. But there are no outs in the inning. Thank you all for tuning in here. This is a Hard Hats TV record, 160 viewers. I can do that. You want a color?
You do it. okay?
Yeah, I'm doing good.
Great. I just want to make sure. You want to do it way by way. I can't.
No, not at all.
All right, great.
I'm on top of all of it.
Good. Well, good evening, everybody. I'm Mike Bell, Oliver's dad, and good to be on with everybody here. And we've got ourselves a ball game. The Mavericks have definitely brought their A game here to this battle against the top 20 ranked team from North Carolina.
All right, Fallen getting set. The batter is going to be Finn Davis. Finn Davis grounded into a double play his last time up. That is in effect if he were to do it again. That was a 6-4-3 from DiBenedetto to Shin, and finally to Gonzalez. That is fouled off, making it 0-1. Fallen has one strikeout today and is still searching for his first out of the inning. So 0-1. Taken off the plate, 1-1 now. Beautiful sky out here in Rapid City right now.
A lot of contrast between grays and whites and blue and dark.
Yeah, sun peeking through.
It's really different to see. It's not unusual to see a lot of fans underneath the canopy, but it's always for shade. It's not so much for whether it's raining or not.
Yeah.
That's what we have right now.
All right, Fallen, the 2-1. That's grounded into the gap again. Another single. That's 4 consecutive hits to start out the inning for Missoula. They're sparking a bit of a rally. They're not even coming just for the tie. They want the lead. Still no outs.
Missoula Mavericks, they really were impressive. They couldn't sustain everything from the momentum and the runs they had in the early innings against Post 22 Hard Hats last night. But I noticed a significant improvement from the Mavericks from when I broadcast their game.
First day was a completely different team.
Well, and I was going to give the Mavericks a compliment how much better they looked. They have looked here at the Firecracker tournament than when I had an opportunity to broadcast the Post 22 Missoula game at Joe Pertz Field in Billings back on the first weekend of May.
Yeah. All right, 1-0. Bunt shown, pulled back. They throw to second. Not going to be in time. Good throw, though, by the catcher Stackhouse. It's 2-0. Both of the bunts have been pulled back on balls by Folland. They're pointing. Not going to get him. It's 2-0. Still no outs here in the top of the 4th for Next Level Baseball. Missoula trying to knock out or, topple the undefeated Giants. That's a strike. The bunt pulled back. Doesn't matter. That's in the zone. So 2-1. Colin Boyce popped out his last time up. We'll see. So 2-1 for Boyce. Folland steps off the mound. His teammates yelling for him, thinking that there was a play to be made. Dugout plays a crucial role here. 2-1. Bunt shown and put down, foul. So 2-2 now. Unless they want to go for the strikeout, unlikely a bunt will come on pitch number 3. Or on for strike number 3. Okay, 2-2. Fallen delivers. Bunt is put down off of him, but it's fair. And that'll be a single. I don't know about that.
No, the bunt actually hit the body of the hitter.
Yes.
And that's instantly going to be a foul ball.
So, okay, I wasn't sure. Because he ran into it. I wasn't sure because it landed fair.
Check that. It's actually an instant out.
Yeah. Oh, it wasn't. It was a foul
Yeah.
bunt, so that was strike
Oh,
3.
oh, yeah. That's correct. I was unaware of the count on that. I was trying to decipher what that might have been.
Okay, so the first out recorded now. Still men on first and second. Folland throws one in the zone there against Schneider. Or not Schneider, this is Ryland Davis. I'm still a little wired for the Papillion team out there. They got a 10-2 win this afternoon. And improved to 1-4, making it, putting a little bit of pressure on Missoula to win this game. If Missoula doesn't, they might end up in that 6-7 game. That's going to happen.
Is it 6-7 or
Nope.
wasn't it 5-6?
Nope. I got word from Wayne Sullivan. The Expos, they've been playing so well, they're going to be playing a 5-6 game.
Oh,
They'll be playing in the 5-6. They went 2-0 so far.
good for the Expos.
Let's take it for ball 1-1. So the Expos will play whoever finishes in 5th. Currently that's Missoula, but if Missoula gets beat up a little and loses, then it would, then depending on how many runs are allowed, and their runs allowed per average inning, or per inning average, there is a chance that Papillion could backdoor into that 5 slot.
It was a good win for Papillion earlier today. The Pinnacle Bank Post 32 team really making a statement against a very good Rocky Mountain Lobos team, holding the Lobos to just a pair of runs.
Yeah. I couldn't help but feel that the Lobos, they were playing their 4th game in 2 days. It felt like there was a little bit of mailing it in there at the end. They just came off an 11-10 upset of Pueblo.
That was such a great game earlier today here on Hard Ads TV for us to enjoy.
Yeah, so 3-1. In the dirt and taken for a ball. That'll load the bases. Davis reaches and 1 out, bases loaded. The go-ahead run now sitting 90 feet away, and the leadoff man, Carter Taylor, going to come up to bat. Taylor got a leadoff single and was the first run in this game, back in the 1st inning. After that, he grounded out to 2nd. Folland has to get out of trouble. This is something we saw work pretty well last night among with Cooper Emery. He was able to strand a lot of players on the base pads and keep it a tight game, only allowing runs on errors. That is popped up into right foul territory. Meacham going after it and called for by the second baseman Shin. They will throw in, and nobody's going to move. So a fly out into foul territory. Shin goes and gets it, and that'll be out number 2.
You know what impressed me so much about that is that all 3 of those players for Next Level Baseball could have made that catch. And ordinarily, if the ball lands on that particular spot, most of the teams we have seen don't have anybody available to make that catch. They had 3 guys there.
They did. So, taken high, bobbles out of the glove of the catcher. So it's 1-0 now. Folland 1 out away from stranding the bases. Missoula 1 crack at the bat away from taking the lead. Hopped up into that same spot. And after it this time is going to be Meacham. He makes the out. So they strand all 3. Missoula does equalize. And after the top of the 4th, the game is tied 3-3.
And that is a crisis averted there for Next Level Baseball to record those 2 outs and leave the bases jammed. But give Missoula credit, they have fought all the way back to tie this game at 3 apiece.
So to recap the top of the 4th, Missoula puts up 4 hits. They score 2 runs, both of those earned, and there are no errors. 3 men are left aboard. It is 3-3. Next Level trying to take the lead now. Coming up for them is going to be the bottom of the order. DiBenedetto, Stackhouse, and Chafin. The last time these 3 were in the do-up, DiBenedetto got a single, and Chafin got an RBI double to give Next Level Baseball an extra run that became their 3rd. So anybody and everybody on this team can hit at an above average level, it feels like.
Well, what a great tournament we've had. This is game number 18 of 23 games at the Firecracker tournament. Oliver, did you ever imagine you'd have so many games to broadcast this summer?
I did.
You did, good.
I saw the tournaments.
You did. It's just amazing how many games we've had that have been so competitive.
Yeah,
and have been so
there's so much
entertaining.
parity in this tournament.
It's just been a great field and a balanced field, and so many players have made so many great plays on defense and at the plate.
So DiBenedetto fouls off the first pitch. Coming back out for his fourth inning of work is going to be School Fairchild. Fairchild limiting next level baseball. I mean, generally speaking, pretty well, considering that this is the highest scoring squad in the tournament. Yeah, Rocky Mountain might be.
Well,
They got to play 6 games though, so that's not fair.
and the 2 runs brought the average down in the game with this complete.
Yeah, well, total wise, it's Rocky Mountain, but they've played 6 games, and this team has played 3.5.
Oh, that does make a difference.
So
It's supposed to make a difference.
DiBenedetto watches it 2-2. The 2 fan bases are making friends in the chat. That's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. First pitch, first strikeout of the day for Fairchild, and that'll bring up the catcher, Garrett Stackhouse.
The out brings up number 89, Garrett Stackhouse.
Happy to announce that Blake Snell of the San Diego Padres was named National League Pitcher of the Month for the month of June today.
That's
Snellzilla is player of the
not
month.
relevant. 0-1. 0-1 here. So Missoula, Fairchild delivers, and Stackhouse sits in on it. Stackhouse, the name most remembered for Jerry, former Piston, great Piston, and currently turning around the Vanderbilt program pretty well in basketball. So 1-2. I can see the resemblance. All right, 1-2 here. That's chopped over to second. Cleanly fielded, throw to first in time. So the first 2 have been put away here by Missoula in the bottom of the 4th.
The out brings up play number 92.
Up comes Chafin. Chafin has had a double in all 3 of, or in each of his last 3 at-bats. 2 doubles to end the Pueblo game and a double to bring home DiBenedetto in the bottom of the 2nd.
We heard Dylan Marsh in the booth last night on the Hard Hats broadcast against Missoula point out that Missoula
Grounded over to third. It's bobbled, knocked up in the air, and that'll be our first error of the game. So that is Matosic. He's going to make the error, allowing Chafin to reach base. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, Andrew Quarter. He's been great all tourney at getting on base, but in this game, he is 0 for 2.
There's a great amount of respect between Missoula Mavericks baseball and Post 22, and Missoula's been coming to this tournament for many years.
I hear there was a California team that was in here for quite a few years, and that spot opened up, and recently we've had, I believe it was like Riverside or something from California, and that spot opened up, and Next Level took it, and they've more than exceeded expectations. But Matosic throws over to first. That's in time, so the inning will end. Blinked again on the scoreboard going into the top of the 5th. Tie game with Missoula getting a chance to take the lead. This could be a major upset.
This game getting very exciting as we move our way to the 5th inning. And if you're trying to knock off a top 20 team like the Missoula Mavericks are trying to do, you really kind of just have to shorten the game. And right now it's a 3-inning game. Both teams are tied at 3 runs apiece. And a lot can happen when you've got 3 innings and just 9 outs to work with for each ball club. Here we go.
So Zach Folland going to come back out, it seems. It is. So Zach Folland coming out for the 5th inning. He's allowed 3 so far. To recap that bottom of the 4th, next level baseball. Allowed no hits, no runs, 1 error on the 3rd baseman Matosic, and 1 man was left aboard. So jogging out the first base coach, and Matosic leading off this inning for the Mavericks is going to be the shortstop Jace Bycarry.
It was a game in Major League Baseball that was really something earlier today. It was the 4th and final game of that American League West showdown in Texas between the Rangers and the Astros. The Astros win 12-11. It was 10-8 in favor of the Astros. Then the Rangers rallied, took an 11-10 lead, and then the defending World Series champions, Dusty Baker's crew, able to put 2 more runs on the board. 12-11, the Astros win 3 out of 4 games, pick up significant ground in the American League West race, and Astros leave Arlington just 3 games behind their rivals to the north.
Okay, so now it's going to be Bycarry. It's Bycarry, Matosic, and Black in the do-up. 2 of those men scored last inning. Big swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. Folland fools the man. 0-1. Bycarry is leads the team in runs with 4 in this tournament. That's a strike. Excuse me. That's not correct. Black now has 4. So 0-2. I would agree. Gonzalez is 8 for 11. That is very good. That's a swing and a miss. So on 3 strikes, Folland puts down the first man. And coming up now is been the bane of Folland this whole game, Sam Matosic. He is 2 for 2 with 2 runs or with a run and an RBI.
Sam is a very exciting player.
Yeah, he's trying to make up for that error he made in the top of the inning. Didn't end up leading in the bottom of the last inning. Didn't end up leading to anything, but can't be running a sloppy ship against next level if you plan on pulling off an upset. So 0-1.
The margin of error is just so small. When you and I were talking about Next Level's game yesterday, you said that it was a great game, Next Level in Pueblo Azteca, for the fact that each team would take advantage of any little thing they could against the other.
And Pueblo scored their 2 runs on 2 batters that would have been out if errors had not been committed early in that game, leading 2-0 going into the 5th before getting hopped all over by this NLB offense. So 1-2.
Well, here we go. The sun has come out, and it's that time of night where the ball will go from the sun into the shade. That can really make it hard to hit sometimes.
Yeah, 1-2. That'll help out Folland, pitching to Matosic. That is in the zone. Good pitch there. It finds its way to the outside of the plate, and that'll be K number 2. That's the 2nd strikeout of the inning in this, and 4th overall for Folland. That'll bring up Henry Black. Black had that double, reached 3rd on a wild pitch, and came around to score on a Owen McGuinn single. Black also had a triple in the game against Premier West. Taken high, 1-0. Immediately after this, Hard Hats will be playing. They'll probably even speed it up. Hard Hats, that'll probably be like a 15-minute change because of the weather delay. 1-0. Swing and a miss, that 1 in the dirt. Folland fools the batter there. And knocking off some pellets from his bat, getting himself recentered is Henry Black. Folland looking to strike out the side. Grounded foul. So 1-2 now. Black's double, a long one, going to the furthest part of this ballpark in right center. Jennings was running after it. He knocked it down. It was near the warning track out there, meaning that went at least 370, as it's 393 to the corner. So 1-2. That is chopped over to third. Going to be picked up by Corder, and he muffs it in and out of the glove.
I'm not sure that was really a muff. That was very hard to get to, and it was a great effort.
It was in the glove, though.
Yeah, but the glove wouldn't have been there if it wasn't for the great effort to get the glove there. That was a difficult angle, I thought, for the third baseman to take. I think that's an infield single.
All right, infield single then.
That's how I see it.
So man on first is Henry Black. It brings up McGuinn. McGuinn also 2 for 2 in this game with a pair of singles. His last one brought home Black to tie the game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. A 1. Colin trying to get out the inning. That's put low, and Stackhouse keeps it in front of him. 1-1.
Of course, Missoula, Montana, the home of the University of Montana, home of the Grizz, Montana Grizzlies. Shout out to the Grizz. They are so good in a lot of sports. A real perennial power in the Big Sky Conference.
Shout out to UNC Asheville. They were the 15 seed. They played this year in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah. In fact,
Drew Pember was great.
Were both of these teams, were in the last 2 years, both Missoula and Asheville have had NCAA basketball
in the last
teams,
2 years.
The last 2 years.
But
That's
Eastern
impressive.
Washington made it this year, I believe, out of the Big Sky. 2-1, down and away. Or was it A? No, NAU had a crazy run. They were really bad in the regular season, and they had a crazy run as like a 13-win team to the championship game and then lost. I thought they had done it. They didn't. GCU was the team in the WAC.
I bet the Big Sky is a
Pitch.
good conference to watch.
Ooh, that's strike 2. And I had miscalculated one of the balls. Sorry for getting your hopes up there. So full count now.
I bet it's fun being a sports fan in Missoula and the Big Sky Conference town.
Full count. That's in the dirt, but did he go? He did. Strike 3. The check not in time, or not good enough. And they say that McGuinn went, able to get the strikeout. His third of the inning is going to be Zach Bolland. And going into the bottom of the 5th, NLB, the next level baseball team, gets a chance to take the lead off Missoula. And out for his 5th inning of work is School Fairchild. That was big. That was a definite ball, but just not able to hold up was McGuinn.
Fairchild was the pitcher who faced the post-22 Hard Hats back on May 7th, and he had a rough outing that day. He's pitching a heck of a game tonight here in Rapid City.
So to recap the top of the 5th for Missoula, they get 1 infield single. They have no runs, no earned runs. There were no errors on the defense, and 1 man was left on base. So it is 3-3. Next level, going to bring up a very strong part of the order, the 2, 3, and 4. That is Shin, Meacham, and Gonzalez. Meacham hitting a scorching hot bat, and I would argue that John Gonzalez's looks blue at this point. It's been left in the forge a little too long. So entering the bottom of the 5th, Eli Shin going to lead us off. Fouled off. Shin is now down 0-1. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a fly out, but that is not his normal deal. He's batting .300 in the tourney. Fairchild delivers. That's low. So 1-1.
I have a quadruple header for you on 4th of July tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m. on Hard Hats TV.
It's off the plate. 2-1 now to Eli Shin. Now, some of you were thinking, oh, I'm going to tune in for some hard hats. That's hit into the right field line. It's fair. It's going to get into the corner. Shin rounding for second. He's getting the signal to come all the way. No, hold for second. And he will get back. The throw would have gotten him at third on the relay play, but a leadoff double for Eli Shin, and the go-ahead run now in scoring position to start off the inning.
I think that Shin might be a little shaken up.
Well, he stopped very quick. He stopped on a dime there after he was running past second for third. Ooh, he might have hurt something in his right knee there. It looks like.
Shin is okay. He really put on the brakes hard.
And it is wet.
Yeah, with the wet surface.
Might have been a slip sort of situation.
Might not have been very reliable. He's staying in the game. The third base coach is checking on him, and it's not exactly the most scientific evaluation. Which,
he says, "Are you good?
Are you good?" And the guy in the Shin says, "Yes, coach."
9 out of 10 doctors would agree.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 in baseball. I don't know, but it all worked out. So Shin is okay. He is leading off at second base. He looks a little hobbled, but he's still out there.
Well, I would argue that, he doesn't have to run too hard here. Meacham usually gets his runners in by a margin. Bryce Meacham now up. He led off the game with a double. He takes the strike, so 0-1. That was a good pitch on the edge of the zone there by Fairchild.
I haven't seen a lot of foul balls since I arrived in the last
There's been
40
several.
minutes.
You missed them.
I don't know if a lot of kids
Yep.
are getting
Nope.
the foul
They're getting them.
Okay.
That's low. You should have seen the second. Plenty of foul balls in that one. So 2-2. Pitch is going to be nubbed over to second. The throw to first in time, so Meacham is retired. The man reaches third now. Go ahead run now 90 feet away, and up comes John Gonzalez with his blue hot bat. I'm going to argue you can see the flames coming off of it right now.
If a bat could be a hot rod, this bat would be a hot rod.
Nice. They said to rub some dirt on it. That's also not very scientific, but it works.
It's worked in baseball for many years. Rub some dirt.
All right, so with one out, John Gonzalez now up. He leads the tourney in RBIs. He got one more to start out this game. He now has 9, looking for double digits. He also is second in the tourney in runs. He is and the best in batting average. So 0-1 now from Fairchild. Delivers to the righty. That's skied foul. Hard hit ball though. 0-2.
Pretty exciting earlier today. Had a chance to see Tyler Clemens of Pueblo Azteca leave the park with a home run into left field.
This next level team actually doesn't have a homer. It feels kind of weird to say. They throw back, no play even slightly possible over at Eli Shin. He was about half a foot off the bag.
You wonder if next level is just going to have a home run explosion at some point, either tonight or tomorrow.
I don't know. It's been a great contact team. And the extra base hit team, that's slapped over to short. It's handled well. They throw home. Tag does not get him. He slides underneath the tag, and that'll be the go-ahead run coming in. Eli Shin lays down on the ground, uses a little bit of the turf to slide him underneath the outstretched arm of the catcher Davis. And that is going to bring in the go-ahead run. That is an RBI. I would argue that's a fielder's choice, right?
Actually, it is a fielder's choice RBI. That is correct. I will say this. I like the decision of the Missoula shortstop to throw home. No, it didn't work out. It's a 3-3 tie. You have 1 out. You might as well go for it at home plate.
That's going to be hit into right center. It's getting all the way back to the wall. Chance Jennings coming around. He touches first. Gonzalez, he's coming in to score. Jennings going to three. He will slide in all the way. Chance Jennings, a RBI triple. NLB Next Level Baseball now leads 5-3 over Missoula in the bottom of the fifth.
Did you catch the Billy Sims high step crossing home plate by the
I did
next
not.
level? It was
By
something.
Gonzalez?
Yeah, Gonzalez had the high touchdown, high step, flashback to legendary Oklahoma Sooners running back Billy Sims. That was amazing.
Well, a triple, definitely what they wanted. That's the third hit of the day for Chance Jennings. He has 2 singles and a triple now. That's his second RBI of the day. He somehow still hasn't ever gotten in for a run, though, which feels impossible. He's reached second, first, and third. They're going to come out to talk to Fairchild. All in all, I think you should still leave him in, personally.
This Next Level Baseball team, they just keep putting pressure on the opposing pitcher in defense, and you just have to respect the way they play the game. And this is a very athletic team. This is my first opportunity to see Next Level Baseball, and I made the comment earlier on that pop fly down the right field line where the first baseman, the second baseman, and the right fielder were all at the point where the ball would land, would eventually be caught, actually. And it was interesting because I've seen a number of plays the last couple of days where the ball has popped to that particular spot of the field, the Dave Blue Field, and you know what? Most of the time, you might get one player there to make the catch. In Next Level Baseball, they had all 3 players there with plenty of time to spare. A real testament to the athleticism and the range that this team from Asheville, North Carolina is able to cover.
Absolutely. Well, Jennings, like I said, somehow does not have a run on this game. That feels impossible at this point. He doesn't have a run in this tournament, which also feels impossible. He's a very fast base runner. We just saw that. And he has been in position for a lot. They have subbed out Fairchild. So now coming in to pitch for Missoula will be, that is Finn Davis. You don't even need to look at the program. Finn Davis moves over from first. Now is that going to be, no, that's number 13 has moved over to first. I do have to check for him. So that is going to be Easton Reimers. He has been the first baseman for the majority of this. He will take over the DH position for Chris Compton. Easton Reimers replaces Compton batting second. And that'll remove Finn Davis, put him as a relief pitcher. Fairchild goes 4 1/3 innings pitched. He has 5 earned runs, and he strikes out 1. He would be credited with the loss here, but it's only a 2-run game. And up to bat now is going to be Maddox Hatcher. He's 0 for 2 so far, but he was 2 for 2 last night. Hence how he got the starting nod at DH. That's high. 1 out.
Big comeback at Busch Stadium in St. Louis. The Miami Marlins were down 4-2. They rally and win 5-4 tonight in the Gateway City.
That's a strike. I thought it was. I wasn't sure. So 1-1. You can never be too certain about a strike.
Yep. Got a funny story to tell later on as we make our way here about the Cardinals and the Marlins and Charlie Huff, the old knuckleballer.
0-1. Swing, and he will not hold up. So 0-2 or 1-2 now to Maddox. Maddox Hatcher got an RBI single last night against Pueblo. Trying to earn himself into the lineup for game 2 against the Hard Hats. That is hit hard into center, directly to Taylor. Coming home will be Jennings. The throw not going to be in time. He will slide a long ways along those wet pellets.
Wow,
and
he is fast.
yeah, and that's going to be the 3rd run, or that'll make it a 3-run lead here for Next Level in the bottom of the 5th.
That was speed personified right there on that tag play by the runner at third base for NLB. Wow.
So the sac fly from Hatcher will bring in Jennings. That'll be out number 2. And now Finn Davis going to face John. I used to have this. The Denedetto. Wait. I had it just a minute ago. I don't have it in my handwriting. De Benedetto. There we go.
There you go.
So John De Benedetto. And they 1-1. It's a lot of syllables. Alright, 1-1. They just call him Debo. That's a strike. So Finn Davis locates a curveball on the edge of the zone. 1-2 now.
You're good at pronouncing names that I don't even want to try to pronounce.
It's a lot of FIFA.
You are good at that.
That's a little bit off. 2-2. So quite a lot of people packing in here, not realizing that there had been a weather delay, I believe.
That's okay. They get to see some more baseball.
And some good one at that. That's a swing and a miss in the dirt. Gonna have to throw to first. Davis gives it over, and Reimer's on the bag to make the out. So, 3-run score for Next Level Baseball in the bottom of the 5th. They will go into the top of the 6th with a 3-run lead. Missoula gonna have to fight back again.
So here's my Charlie Huff story. So Charlie Huff managed to stay in the game of baseball for a long time because he was one of the few men on the planet that could throw a true knuckleball. And he was drafted by the Florida Marlins in the expansion draft in 1993, and he was in the bullpen. It was not his night pitch, and maybe he was even in middle relief at that stage. Probably was. When you're in your mid-40s, you're probably not starting unless you're Jamie Moyer, but the Seattle Mariners.
Rich Hill.
But he's not 46 yet.
Not yet. He will keep on doing it.
We'll see. But anyway, so Charlie Huff, he's in the dugout at Busch Stadium, and a fight breaks out, an all-out brawl between the Cardinals and the expansion Marlins. And of course, when there's a brawl, both teams clear the bench and they go out, to brawl or to break up or whatever they do. Well, Charlie Huff, being 46 years old, by the time he got out to the brawl, the brawl was over. He was so slow as a 46-year-old pitcher that he couldn't get out there in time. I mean, the fight was over, and I just still have that memory of Charlie Huff huffing and puffing his way from the bullpen. They just told him to turn around by the time he got there to back up his teammates. There's the story.
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Next Level, I mean, all these Hard Hats fans have sure gotten an insight between the running over game of Pueblo Azteca against this Next Level Baseball team. There was and then of course now looking at this game that due to the weather delay, the scouting report for some of these Hard Hats fans is pretty clear on this Next Level team. They've seen a lot of their games, so that's low. Ball 1. Folland coming back out for his 6th inning of work. He is going to face the leadoff man this inning, which is going to be Finn Davis, the pitcher/hitter. He got a single in the last inning. He pops that one into right, reached him underneath it, makes the out. So out number 1 recorded, and that's a good start for Next Level.
Well, this is Next Level Baseball's doubleheader tonight. All these teams playing one doubleheader, except for the
Rocky
Lobos.
Mountain. They got to play an extra game.
The Lobos were able to play a pair of doubleheaders yesterday in the early session and in the middle of the day.
Todd Aiken strike. So strike one delivered there by Fowland on the edge of the plate. He's delivering to the righty. This is Easton Reimers. They made a double switch. So Reimers in the 8 slot, not the 2. And the designated hitter, I guess, was changed for second baseman Colin Bryce or Boyce. So it's Easton Reimers in at the 8 hole. That is going to be strike 3 in the dirt. Throw to first in time, so that'll be K number 6 of the outing here for pitcher Folland. Out number 2 recorded. Ryland Davis now up. He drew a walk his last time around and is batting a .500 average at 4 and 8. 4.48. So 2 outs here. He fouls it off his side, off of maybe a rib, and that'll be strike 1.
Nobody wants a foul off the rib.
You should have seen the hit by pitch taken by one of the Papillion players yesterday that you could hear it, and it hit off their side. It was pretty awful. They walked it off, but
that definitely makes a fan, and especially a family member, wins.
Yeah, 1-1. I believe it was in the Pueblo Papillion game. So 1-1 here to the catcher, Davis. Swing and a miss at 1 in the dirt. He goes digging, and it's 1-2. Folland, 1 strike away from shutting out Missoula in the top of 6. That is popped away, and we will continue.
Now the youngsters have a ball. They're going to chase that.
They don't get $1 yet. Not until the Hard Hats game.
I thought it was all
Nope.
games.
That was Shields for the veterans.
Okay.
This is different.
Okay.
All Hard Hats games. And then the veterans, ooh, off the plate. That was close. 2-2. I thought that he might have hit there. All right, Davis settling in for the 2-2. He drew a walk last time. Foul ball off the end of the bat. Just able to get it. Way ahead of it is the hitter. So all of you, make sure you tune in for the possibly, as the game is going right now, 4-0 versus 4-0 matchup we have tonight, which is going to be, no matter what, a preview of that championship game. It'll be game 1 of 2 these teams will play. They'll play today, and then they'll play for the ship tomorrow. So 2-2. That's in the dirt. Now a full count here to Davis. Davis was able to coax a walk last time up. Maybe he can do so again. So full count. Ryland Davis, I don't know if he's related to Finn Davis, maybe. That's low. He will coax a walk, and that'll be enough to extend the inning. Folland issues his 2nd walk of the day. The only man to get a walk off of him is Ryland Davis, and he does it twice. Got a knack for him, and that'll bring up the leadoff man, Taylor. Taylor he flew out in foul territory, and he got the leadoff single, came in to score in the 1st. He is 1 for 3 in this game. That's off the plate, watched outside. 1-0. Missoula got 4 outs to do something here, down by 3. One out. That's grounded into the gap in right. Taylor gets 1 through. Missoula not going to let this inning die.
Just realized that we've got a team from the Rocky Mountains against a team from the Appalachian Mountains. Something different.
And 2 players from Lakeland, Florida, the flattest state in America.
there we go.
Topographically, people give a lot of they really rag on Kansas. Kansas.
Well, they should not rag on Kansas. Kansas is a great state.
Yeah, but they say it's always so flat.
They say that, but if you go to the area around Manhattan, you'll find the rolling hills, and there's actually quite a few sets of hills across parts of eastern Kansas.
Well, and it's been done topographically. Florida, the flattest state, literally flatter than a pancake. But that being said, so is every state, because it found out that pancakes aren't that flat if you look at them under a microscope. He earned 3 runs. He has the other runs would be credited to him if either of them come in, and he has 6 strikeouts. So now coming in is the reliever with some solid arm, I might add. I believe that's 56. 96. That is Braden Holiday.
Braden can bring it. I'm enjoying watching him warm up, and all of his 4 of his infield teammates are attentively checking out his delivery. And when you look at Braden, you don't realize that
he can throw like that.
There's some dynamite in that small package of his. He can really fire up some heat. And, you know, it's going to be very entertaining to see Braden pitch here.
That one just a bit outside. And 0-2. So men on first and second. The tying run at the plate. Missoula trying to get something here. They have 2 more innings to do it. And 4 more outs in totality. Next level trying to make sure they are 4-0 going into the clash tonight. Though I bet trying not to overexpend themselves either.
Well, I think right now, it's pretty cut and dried that next level baseball and
they're in.
Post 22 will be playing for a title.
Oh, it's guaranteed.
Yeah, it's guaranteed.
Because the only other 2-loss team is Pueblo, and they have a head-to-head.
Yeah, so we know at 4:30 tomorrow, approximately, on the 4th of July, we will crown a champion in this legendary Firecracker tournament here in Rapid City. That doesn't mean this game tonight isn't important. It counts in the standings.
Thanks, Jared.
It counts on the record, and this is it's going to be a great game coming up next.
All right.
What's that?
I was giving a little bit of a plug to the Twitter as Jared Hatcher wanted more pancake facts.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. Well, anyway, we're going to have an outstanding game coming up next here on Hard Hats TV.
Okay. So now, coming out is going to be Braden Holiday pitching to the, is that still DH? That is Chris Compton. He's now playing second base. He takes it inside. Compton, 1 for 3 on the day with a double back in the third. There was nobody else on it at that point, but nonetheless. So 1-0. Taken inside, so 2-0 now. Compton, if he could take a walk here, would load the bases. Inside, 3-0. Looking pretty close here. It might be a chance here for Missoula to load the bases on their 2-out rally.
Here come the Mavericks.
So 3-0. Holiday delivers. That's a strike. Yeah, that was definitely a strike. Trying to play it off, though, is the hitter, Compton.
I think he really wanted ball 4. He didn't get it.
Not at all. That was like all inches of the ball went over the plate. So 3-1. That's inside. So he does get it there. That'll be ball 4. And the bases are now loaded for Missoula. All of a sudden, with 2 outs, they've started something, and they might have a chance here to tie it with a extra base hit.
This feels like the moment of the game, ladies and gentlemen, right here, right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived. And now Jace Bycarry up. He is 0 for 3 in the game. He was the traditional RBI man, though. in this tournament. He was cleanup for games 1 and 2 of this in here on day 1. Missoula lost both. Taken up and away. They really improved after first day though. I don't know. Maybe it's just like they didn't have the right lodging. Maybe they got in real late. I don't know the deal, but day 1 was a little funky compared to the rest. So 2-0. That strike. So Holiday delivers right down the middle. So we're 2-1 now. Also on the edge of the plate this time. Top right corner. Holiday locating. 2-2. He's a strike away from stranding the bases loaded. Braden gets the signal. The 2-2 is swatted into shallow left. It's going to land. 2 men are coming in. They're going to throw to third. Not in time. It's going to get away. The man in third. The tying run is coming across. Missoula has tied this. They throw to second. Not in time. And a little bit of a fluky blooper is going to tie this thing up.
There's nothing fluky about it. What a clutch hit there. A 3-run bases clearing double for the Missoula Mavericks. And next level baseball is now same level baseball. We are all tied 6-6 here in the 6th inning.
Officially, that is a single. And due to the fielder's choice to throw home, he's skedaddled over to second. So 2 outs. Game is tied up. And this is the latest anybody has had next level baseball tied. Papillion had him tied 4-4 at the same point in the top. Well, they had him tied 4-4 in the top of the 5th. But nobody has gotten this close against this nationally ranked squad.
What a game and what a developing story we have here at Fitzgerald Stadium.
If there was like a conference tournament at the end of this year, I would be really afraid to play Missoula.
This is as close as we're going to get to one of those. And we got ourselves a ball game here in the top of the 6th inning. 6-6. What a 2-out rally by the Mavericks. Wow.
And it is going to be hit and flared out of play. Or it landed in play, but nobody could get there.
It's anybody's game, and if you're going to try to pull an upset against a nationally ranked team like Next Level Baseball and your Missoula, as I said before, you just have to hang in there, shorten the game, and make your move. Mavericks have the lead run, go-ahead run, in scoring position.
It's so impressive. All of that done on 2 outs. Delivered high, so 2-2 now for Holiday. Delivered. High and inside, dodging the head there. He puts his bat down for, that's Matosic.
You wonder if Pueblo Azteca is like, oh man, if we just could have pulled out that game earlier today against the Rocky Mountain Lobos, which was won by Rocky Mountain 11-10, Missoula would be helping Pueblo Azteca right now.
They would. They would also need a Hard Hats win in order to get in the championship game, but still.
But they would need the first half of this game to go
That's true.
Missoula's way.
So full count now for Matosic. Matosic on fire tonight, 2 for 3 with a pair of singles. He has a run and an RBI. He's trying to keep this 2-out rally going with a man in scoring position. Holiday delivers. Low! That'll be a walk. And the inning continues. I don't know what to say here. I am a little bit shocked. I was not expecting this to be so close.
This is just a tournament that just piles on the moments, piles on the memories, and gives us storylines that not even a Hollywood scriptwriter would easily develop. And here we go.
All right, pitch here is in the dirt.
And the Pelican just flew over the ballpark, for what that's worth.
Should make all the Southern players here feel at home. A lot of those in the Gulf and East Coast area. So 1-0. Low in the dirt, handle. So it's 2-0. A little bit of a shimmy there from Henry Black. He reached on an infield single his last time up. Holiday, 2-0. Throws one just a little bit below the strike zone, so 3-0 now, on the verge of loading the bases again with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Mavericks haven't had a lead since the first inning. That's outside. Holiday loads the bases on 4 pitches. They're going to come talk to him.
This might be more than just a talk. This will be a pitching change. Missoula loading the bases. The Fighting Mavericks from Missoula, Montana, coming up big on a national stage against one of the top 20 ranked teams in the Union.
Long mound visit. Cornbread!
Here comes the new pitcher.
Cornbread Bradley.
Oh, that's his name?
Oh, his name is like Braden, but he's called Cornbread.
Okay. Well, hey, I like that name. I love cornbread. I don't eat enough cornbread. If I ate more cornbread, I'd probably live longer.
I don't know about that. It's a high cholesterol. I don't know. Might be bad for the headaches.
Anything with corn in it has to be good.
Cornbread Bradley, now in. He was negotiating the terms when these two teams were throwing a ball with a note attached to it across the diamond when there was the lightning delay earlier today. He was wearing his cowboy hat, tossing the ball around. And he did come in and pitch earlier in this tournament. He did so in the first game that the next level team played in their 11-0 win.
I'll tell you what, I know a lot of Hard Hat fans are already in the stadium. There were some weather delays. This game lasting longer than maybe expected, but they're getting treated to some mega bonus baseball here. One of the most exciting games that has been witnessed, and we've had several exciting games. What can you say about this game? Missoula 6, next level baseball from Asheville, North Carolina 6. We are in the top of the 6th inning. The bases are loaded, and Cornbread Bradley is out here now for the team from the Tar Heel State, trying to shut the door, strand the bases, and keep this game tied at 6-6. What a game. And for Missoula, this may very well be the most special opportunity they've had in a while to take down a top 20 ranked team. Let's see what happens.
This might be the game of the year if they're able to pull it off. It almost certainly would be. Cornbread trying to stop it from happening. He gives a fist bump to John Gonzalez, and he's ready to go. Cornbread actually DH'd last night. Went 1 for 2, got a walk, and had a sitter that it was the first hit of the game for Next Level Baseball. He just hit one that bounced off the plate and just sat right there inside on the fake dirt. That's a swing and a miss on the turf here. So 0-1. Bradley delivering to McGuinn. McGuinn is 2 for 3 with an RBI single back in the 3rd. Or back in the 4th. Skied foul. It's now 0-2. Hard Hats are watching from the concourse. They're watching intently, getting some sort of talk here from senior Palmer Jacobs. He pitched last night, got the win over this Missoula squad. Win that looks a lot better in retrospect. 0-2. It's grounded softly. It's going to be quarter. That's an infield single. No throw made, and the Mavericks have the lead.
Look at those Maverick fans across the way, they are just in a state of delirium. Missoula on a 2-out rally has roared back after trailing 6-3. They have taken the lead for the first time since actually the first time tonight. First lead of the game for Missoula,
No, since
Montana.
the first. They led in the top of the first.
Okay, first time, thank you, since before NLB baseball came up to hit. So that is a tremendous development. Let's see what happens.
Base is still
next.
loaded. It's 1-0 here. Missoula trying to make the comeback. And it's 1-1. They've got to get some more insurance runs if they want to win this thing. Next Level Baseball, a potent offensive team that put up 3 in the last inning. 1-1. Foul ball, 1-2 now.
If you listen, you can really feel the buzz that is generated around the ballpark with this Missoula comeback.
You can feel all the tension in these Next Level Baseball fans, too.
There is a wide range of emotions in this surrounding this great fourth game of the day.
1-2. Popped up and foul. Out of play.
We know we're going to have a late night, obviously. We're nowhere close to the Hard Hats game against Next Level Baseball, but we're thrilled to have you along with us here on Hard Hats
It's going to
TV.
go at least till midnight
We
Eastern.
may howl at the moon, but at least we will be here to howl.
Take an eye. So 2-2. The second lightning delay. That was kind of lame, I'll be honest. Anyways, 2-2.
You can't complain about a lightning
I
delay.
can. I
We
did.
have to protect
I
the
did.
spectators and the participants from Mother Nature's wrath.
That is going to be hit into center. It's going to get through. Jennings throwing to the cutoff man. And that'll be another RBI single there by Finn Davis. It is now 8-7 Mavericks. They have scored a grand total of 5 in this inning. Base is still loaded for Cornbread Bradley.
Well, you made a great point a few moments ago, Oliver, about the fact that with Next Level Baseball's potent offense, you can't get enough runs. Missoula is remaining locked in, and they are cashing in one swing at a time.
So that scored Sam Matosic. Now on third, Henry Black. That's going to be grounded back to Cornbread. He throws a soft one to first. Gonzalez steps on the bag, and that'll be the end of the inning. So finally it's over. Mavericks put up 5 runs in the top of the 6th to take a 2-run lead against Next Level Baseball. They'll get a chance to respond here now in the bottom of the 6th.
What an impressive
Remember,
come from behind.
we're not over yet. It must feel like you want it. You must feel like you want it for Missoula. That was a big, big confidence builder. You did not. I mean, that was a huge momentum change.
It was a 5-run inning.
Yeah, but it is.
Yeah, there's a long way to go for Missoula. They need to get 6 more outs. But they lead by 2, and they've put themselves in a position to pull off the upset of the 2023 Firecracker tournament. Let's see how it goes from here. What a pleasant night for baseball. I know that we've got a cold front moving in, but before we're all said and done, we should be on the warm enough side. I see some people bringing blankets, some people with sweatshirts, others just kind of ready for a summer night. But if you're coming on down, just come on down now. You don't want to miss the end of this game, and we're happy to have you with us on Hard Hats TV. Next Level Baseball, getting maybe more than they bargained for, taking on the Missoula Mavericks team that has given their best and now leads Next Level Baseball 8-6 here in the middle of the 6th inning. Mike Bell alongside the voice of Hard Hats TV, Oliver Fell. Reminder, after this game is over, 30 minutes afterwards approximately, it'll be Next Level Baseball against
20.
the undefeated 20 minutes later.
Because one of the teams is warmed.
It'll be 20 minutes later, it'll be Next Level Baseball from Asheville, North Carolina, taking on the undefeated 4-0 in this tournament, 35-19 overall, post 22. Hard Hats, what a game that's going to be. That will be a preview of tomorrow night's Firecracker tournament championship game.
Okay, well, Finn Davis coming back out. He allowed, he had those 3 runs come in, only one of them under his watch at the end of the last inning. He was filling in for the catcher, or for the pitcher. There we go, so it's 1-0. Garrett Stackhouse leading off the inning. Taken high. Is that Garrett? I don't know if that's Garrett. I don't know about that. We might have a pinch hitter. I can't see the back of his jersey, though. I think Garrett looked different. I could be wrong. So 2-0. Swing and a miss. No, it is Garrett Stackhouse. Okay, 2-1. Guess I just didn't recognize him. 2-1 for Stackhouse. Davis delivers. Taken for a ball. That was very close to the strike zone. So 3-1. Now to Stackhouse. A leadoff single and walk identical in their effect. Swing and a miss. So full count now. Finn Davis got the strikeout swinging on DiBenedetto in the in the end of the 7th, or to end the 6th inning, or the 5th inning. Full count, taken inside. So Stackhouse gets on base, leadoff runner aboard.
Just what Missoula did not want to do was put the leadoff hitter on base against this potent next-level baseball ball club.
Well, up comes Chafin. 3 extra base hits in his last 4 at-bats. He reached last time on an error. That being the only error so far for Missoula in this game. That's going to be that's lined into center. So, grabbed by the center fielder Taylor, and that'll be a single. Pretty good work there. Chafin gets aboard, and it'll bring up the top of the order.
That was quite a swing. You don't see that very often, where the ball is struck so well that it is going up in the air over the outstretched effort of an infielder before it starts to come down again.
And it doesn't get a fly out.
No, I mean, that was just absolutely drilled.
Taken high, so 1-0. I know, this is uncharted territory. We didn't hit 100 until earlier this week. Thank you all for being here.
When I watch next level baseball, I really wish we played with wooden bats, because I think we would hear some different sounds with how they swing the bat.
I know you like wooden bats.
They
are not feasible. This is amateur baseball.
I can dream. I can dream.
Pay for them. You pay for them.
I cannot pay for them, but I can dream. But I can dream.
You can. In a perfect world, the government would subsidize some wooden bats for all boys in America. All right, 2-0 to Quarter. He takes that one right down the pipe, 2-1.
In a perfect world, everyone in the world, including those baseball players outside the United States, could have a wooden bat at all times. In a perfect world.
For self-protection. That hits the top of the zone. Good pitch there from Davis. Finds its way into the zone on the back on ball leaving the plate. And it's 2-2. All right, 2-2 count here to Quarter. In the dirt. Davis hops on top of it. This might be a brotherly battery team. I can't even tell. Davis is such a common name, you never know. But Finn Davis to Ryland Davis here. Full count. Slapped over by Quarter. It's going to go to the shortstop. He flips to second. He makes the out. So 1 out recorded on the runner on second. The man will reach third there. That is Stackhouse. Chafin out on the fielder's choice.
Is our audience having fun yet? What a baseball game. What a tournament.
Well, I would argue this is the most people we've ever had by over 60 viewers.
This is tremendous.
And thank you all here.
Yeah,
That being
we
said, we don't
thank
have that
all
many
these
likes.
fans
I mean,
we thank all of our fans. They have a lot of likes.
it's 9. We get that on a
That's,
lot of.
well,
I'm just saying, you guys could do better.
looks like a lot to
Prove me
me.
wrong.
Hey,
All
they're
right.
watching. They're enjoying this great
I
game.
know.
Back to you, Oliver.
Okay. Well, Eli Shin now up. He had a double to start off the scoring explosion in the 5th for Next Level Baseball. It's 0-1. He's got a man on third base and the tying run on first. A double might bring him in. A throw back. Porter is there. He leads this team in stolen bases with 3. Only one player has stole a base in this entire game for either side, and that is Chance Jennings. So Shin, 0-1, takes it at the knees, or the shin perhaps. 1-1. Inside, 2-1. Aw, thanks Jared, appreciate it. Alright, 2-1. That makes up for all of it. Love you guys. Alright, 2-1. Davis likes the signal, delivers. Off of the plate, not able to get a bite from Shin. He takes 3 straight balls, is looking at a 3-1 count now. Pitch. Smacked foul. A lot of rotation there from Shin. He was a little premature on it, so now looking at a full count. Full count. Off of the plate. Bases loaded with 1 out here, and upcoming is Bryce Meacham.
Here we go again. Bases loaded. Another comeback attempt in the late innings of this instant classic here in Rapid City.
Well, up comes Meacham. He has a ton of walks on this tournament. He got three in the last game against Pueblo Azteca alone. He was the only man to get one off of the starter Easy Rojas, and he got 2 of them off of him. Went 2 for 2 on walks. A walk would bring in a run. He also got a double earlier in this game and is doing a great job. They're going to check in on Davis. Davis got out of this exact kind of jam in the last inning. I wouldn't pull him.
Missoula does not have any activity in their bullpen.
Yeah.
Not that that doesn't mean a player that's that a position player couldn't be grabbed and put on the mound. We've seen that a number of times in this tournament.
Well, even then, one guy has to bring out the pitcher's glove. So 1-0 now. They're going to talk to Davis. He's fine. He had a couple men on and got out of it in the 5th. And 1-0. No, I'm mistaken. That was foul. Yeah. Taken low in the dirt. 2-0 to Meacham. The man on deck, the hottest hitter in the state, John Gonzalez.
One of the hottest hitters anywhere.
That's true. Bryce getting some good luck, some good luck here. Getting a support here from his mom, Jeanette, in the chat. So 2-1 count. That's a breaking ball low, and it's 3-1 to Meacham.
Folks, this feels like a moment among moments coming up right here.
3-1. Finn Davis, deep breath, delivers. Up and away! That'll walk in a run. It is 8-7 now. Up comes John Gonzalez. Next Level now getting a little bit rowdy in this crowd, as they should be. And who else but the man who has 9 RBIs in this tournament and leads it by over 2.
I don't know who sang the song. All we do is win, 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 win.
You're close.
That's what Next Level Baseball does.
I believe
And
it was-
they're on the comeback trail here in the 6th.
I believe it was Little Wayne. I could be wrong. Taken high. 1-0. I said little. The T is pronounced. All right. RBI walk. And that brought in Stackhouse from third base. Gonzalez. He's 8 for 11. Swing and a miss. He was going for the fences on that one. 1-1 count now. Man on third is the very fast quarter, and there's only 1 out. If nothing else, a deep fly ball would bring in a run to tie things up. So I bet Gonzalez planning on a hit. That's taken inside, and 2-1. Raises his hands up above that one, as if he were going through the security machine at TSA. It's 2-1.
That's a good one.
That's smacked into center. Underneath it is Taylor. He will grab it. Coming in to score his quarter. They are making the throw to third. Shin not going to be out. That'll tie things up on a sac fly from Gonzalez. And bringing up Chance Jennings, who is 3 for 3 on this game.
Wow, it is an exchange that Next Level Baseball will take, giving up an out to tie this game at 8-8. And wow, as if it can't get any better, it keeps getting better.
Indeed. Well, the sac fly from Gonzalez going to bring up Jennings. Quarter scores. Shin now alone. That is a swing and a miss on the first pitch. So 0-1. Jennings with a big triple to bring in a run last time. And he even came around to score himself. That's a swing and a miss. It gets to the backstop. Coming in is Shin. It'll be a lead for Next Level Baseball. Eli Shin comes across on the wild pitch from Finn Davis. Meacham now on third.
Missoula fans,
You got another inning. You did it last inning.
You gotta just hang in there. No one said knocking off the number 18 team in the United States was going to be easy.
Okay. It is time for a chance. He takes it up and away. So 1-2. Davis a strike away from getting out of this nightmare and giving his offense a chance to respond in the top of the ninth. Delivered. Down and away. Jennings stares at it. Doesn't flinch a bit. So 2-2. It's 2-2 now. Jennings just gets a piece of that one.
Oh, that was mighty close to strike 3. What a nice B-hack right there for the hitter for NLB.
Two. Pitch. Jennings fouls again. This at-bat goes into its 7th pitch. And we don't even have a full count. Jennings has that shooter sleeve, that lime shooter sleeve, also worn by Gonzalez. Both of them swinging a very hot bat. It might be helpful. That's a swing and a miss. Davis is able to get out of it. So Missoula allows 3 runs to come across. It is a 1-run game now. Next Level will try to close it out with their 1-run lead, 9-8 in the top of the 7th.
Oh, get ready, folks. Here comes the 7th inning. Next Level Baseball up by a run. The outstanding team from Asheville, North Carolina will send Cornbread Bradley back to the hill. With a name like Cornbread, it's kind of like those old Smucker's Jam commercials. With a name like Cornbread, he has to be good. Here comes NLB looking to close this game out. And Cornbread now in position to be the pitcher of record as his team leads. When he originally came in and exited the game, his team was behind. Folks, this is going to be a great ninth inning as Missoula, who has come all the way to making this a one-run game through 6 innings, gets their shot at making history right here at Fitzgerald Stadium against a top 20 team. We don't know the last time the Missoula Mavericks have beat a top 20 nationally ranked team, but it may be quite a while since that's happened.
I would assume several years.
Ever happened.
I would guess at some point at regionals. That would be like national regionals. You would think maybe, but it's a very rare thing to see happen. And Cornbread Bradley, yeah, well, you can see. So we're all set. Remember, right after this game, we do have another one with Next Level Baseball playing the 4-0 Post 22 Hard Hats. We will bring that to you after this game, about 20 minutes after, assuming this game ever ends. Okay, first pitch to Davis. Davis having a great game. That's a strike inside of the zone. Davis drew a walk in his last 2 at-bats. Came around to score the first run on 2 outs in that last one. He was the guy who didn't give up that final out. Swing and a miss from Cornbread.
Cornbread just snapping off these off-speed pitches with some good late action.
All right, 0-2 to Davis. That's a skipper, so 1-2. One, 2. Davis drew a walk the last 2 times up. That's a pitch. Fouled off right at his dugout. They all running. They all jump back trying to get out of the way.
Just heard a really big cheer from one of the NLB fans saying, "Let's go Cornbread."
Yeah. I've been hearing that all week. Whenever he comes up, it seems like that same fan. Up and away, so 2-2.
At this rate, Cornbread could have a few autograph requests before the team.
Oh, he's getting an NIL deal before he leaves town.
Yeah, I'd say so. I wonder if Cracker Barrel's going to call his family and talk
2-2. That is skied into right. Meacham records out number 1. Mavericks down to their final 2 outs here in this game. Cornbread retires the first. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Carter Taylor.
And no, in case you're wondering, Rapid City residents wish that we had a Cracker Barrel, but Cracker Barrel has not made its way.
We don't even have a Chick-fil-A.
No, we want that too. We don't even have a Costco.
That's a strike delivered right down Main Street. 0-1 now for Cornbread Bradley. Taylor swings on one, fouls it off. You can see a great diving play there from the third baseman Quarter on the foul ball. Just giving it his all, regardless of whether or not he thinks it's in or not. So it's now 0-2. Cornbread a strike away from putting away Taylor. He has 1 strikeout in this game. Or no, he doesn't. He doesn't have a strikeout yet. That was the old pitcher. Taken off of the plate. Cornbread not bringing a ton of heat here, but he's doing a good job of locating it, and he's got great break on everything he throws.
Yeah, the key is great break. You hit the nail on the head right there, Oliver.
All right, 1-2. Taken high. A very close pitch. Watched there by an eagle-eyed Carter Taylor. 2-2 count. 1 out here in the top of the 7th, trailing by 1 run. Taylor swings on one, hits it over to short. It's going to be knocked down by Shin. He doesn't have the arm strength to bring it in at first. That's an infield single. Good work there from Shin to keep it in the infield.
That was a tremendous at-bat with Cornbread Bradley snapping off some wicked late movement offerings. The Missoula Maverick hitter stood tall and managed to scratch out an infield single. The tying run is at first, and the go-ahead run here in the top of the 7th now steps into the batter's box for Missoula, Montana.
So 1 out here. The tying run is aboard in the form of the center fielder Carter Taylor. Cornbread delivers a strike on the first pitch, upper part of the zone. He's ahead in the count. Hard Hat's beginning to descend on the home dugout. It might be a little. I should calm down, to be honest. There's plenty of game left. 0-1. Taken high. 1-1 now. Man up to bat is Chris Compton. Compton is 2 for 3 in this game.
You say there's plenty of game left, but Missoula is down to their final 2 outs here.
Well, you saw what they did on their final out of the 6th.
I'm not doubting Missoula. I'm just saying this game theoretically could be over with a double play.
That's true.
So thus the Hard Hats are assembled.
All right. Compton. Looking at a 1-2. Cornbread delivers. It is skied into left. Going back for it. And making the grab, but falling down. Wait, it's in and out of the glove. It gets to the wall. Taylor's coming around. It's going to be a throw to the cutoff man. Not going to be in time. It was in and out of the glove of the left fielder, Chafin. And coming around to tie the game up is going to be Taylor. What is unofficially an error on the left fielder.
No, I don't think that's an error at all. I think that's a hit. I mean, the left fielder wishes he had it, but he had to make a Jim Edmonds-like play back near the warning track, and he just couldn't haul in an over-the-shoulder grab. What a tremendous clutch triple right there for the Missoula hitter, and now the go-ahead run is 90 feet away with 1 out, and of course the double play is not.
Missoula just will not go away. It's hit over into the infield shift. Throw to Gonzalez underhand is good. That'll be out number 2. So the man stays at third.
I think it's pretty clear that the left fielder for next level baseball really played shallow.
He did.
And obviously the hitter for Missoula made him pay for that positioning decision.
Now up is Matosic. He skies one. It might fall. Coming in is Chafin, making the grab. Cornbread throws a punch at the invisible man, and it is 9-9. And next level baseball, it's tied up. They'll get a chance to walk it off here in the bottom of the 7th. Missoula trying to defend this. Finn Davis out for another inning.
Well, I tell you what, I go back to the great movie, the general manager of the Hard Hats, Wayne Sullivan's favorite movie, Rocky, where Rocky Balboa was getting ready to face Apollo Creed, the heavyweight champion of the world. He said, well, if it's the 15th round and that bell rings and I'm still standing, I know I'm not just another guy from the neighborhood. I'm paraphrasing there. You know, I think right now Missoula deserves a standing ovation from all of our baseball viewers, because this Missoula Mavericks team has managed to go the distance. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning, all tied at 9. This Mavericks team deserves a true standing ovation, and for next level baseball, they have everything in front of them. If they can just get 1 run across here in the bottom of the 7th, they stay undefeated, and they will celebrate a win where the Missoula Mavericks put it all together and have really gone the distance with one of the best teams in the United States. Now, for the bottom of the 7th, the voice of Hard Hats TV, here's Oliver Fell.
Well, we have entered the final, well, may or not, possibly the final frame here of this instant classic between the Mavericks and Next Level Baseball. We enter the bottom of the 7th. It'll be catcher Maddox leading things off, or Maddox Hatcher, sorry. That is hit deep into right. Going back for it is Black. He will make a grab on the warning track. That was a very hard hit ball. Everybody's heart stopped for a moment. That's out number 1. Wow. So, after a close call there with Maddox Hatcher, it brings up the shortstop, John DiBenedetto. He is 1 for 3 in this game with a single and a run. A run exactly what this team needs. Finn Davis delivers inside. It's 1-0. Fouled off. I see an adult running after it this time.
He's a kid at heart. Sure he is.
That's what I say in the Easter egg finding competitions. They don't let me stay.
No, they don't.
I wasn't allowed to do those after age 11. Ooh, a little bit off the plate. That felt like a strike to me.
My idea of whether or not you're a kid applies to Burger King. They give you a Burger King crown hat.
I got given a crown hat.
Until you're 12 years old.
I got given a crown hat this year in college.
You were. Did you ask for it? Or did they give it to you?
It was sitting out. I took it.
That doesn't count.
Yeah. All right.
You need to handle yourself there a little better at Burger King. Maybe at Whataburger you're still a kid.
3-1. Taken up and away. So the go-ahead run to Benedetto will reach first. Five-pitch walk from Davis. Coming around. And we have Garrett Stackhouse now up to bat. The catcher got a walk and came around to score to lead off the 6th inning. He is needed here. He has 1 RBI in this tournament. There's 1 out. The double play ball in effect. Force outs at both second and first. Taken up and away.
I'm going to give a shout out to our man Igor in Canada, recognizing the Rocky 1 quote that was delivered a few moments
Well, I mean, you
ago.
said from the favorite movie, Rocky.
Yeah, he knew which movie it came from. Though. There's like 6 Rocky movies.
Well, I mean, if you count Creed and the 3 Creeds.
Yeah, I don't count Creed. That's a Creed movie.
Okay, so 2-0. DiBenedetto over on first. Stepping off the bag is Davis. I don't see any urgency. I don't think DiBenedetto is going to take off for any bag here. He does have the speed. Pitch to Stackhouse. Up, and that was such a hard thrown pitch. Davis takes a tumble off of the mound. It's 3-0. He throws another ball. The middle infielder is going to come explain something to him.
Yeah, I think the middle infielders might be telling him to pitch and not throw. I think right now the adrenaline is really pumping here in the 7th inning for the Missoula Hurler.
Davis delivers a strike. Whatever they told him, it worked. 3-1. Pitch. Swung on, popped out of play. We run full. Full count now, 3-2-1 to the catcher, Garrett Stackhouse. Stackhouse still looking for his first hit of the tourney. He does have a walk in the last inning. The payoff pitch. Ooh, it's just a little bit off. A matter of centimeters.
Man.
And the bases now have 2 men on them with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
That was close.
Umpire making a tough call there right on the edge of the zone. He makes what he believes is right, and the man is issued
Who are
over.
we to argue, but that was close. That was very close. And now there are 2 NLB base runners
And
testing out.
up comes Logan Chafin. He has been dynamite tonight. 2 for 3 with a reaching on an error. He had that RBI double back in the 2nd. A double would almost certainly end this thing.
run in
0-2.
scoring position for the
Actually, it
team
would
from
certainly.
Asheville, North Carolina. NLB just a hit away from getting to 4-0 in this tournament.
1-1. Up and inside. 2-1. Still one out. You don't want to allow the man on third to get there with a sac fly situation, because then it becomes so much easier to win it. 2-1. That's taken high. Finn Davis misses the zone. He seems to be the guy for the job, but the job is quite tasking. 3-1. Everybody on the edge of their seat. Down and away! He swears at himself, and now he loads the bases with one out here in the bottom of the seventh. Upcoming, the leadoff man for Next Level Baseball, that is Andrew Porter.
And now with one out, that means any kind of hard contact could likely win the game for NLB, Next Level Baseball. Here we go.
There is a force out at every base now. You say any hard contact. If that gets to an infielder, they've been able to do it. They could touch any bag they're closest
there's
to.
a force out, that's true. But remember,
2 outs.
That guy gets home from third. This game is in the history books.
2-0. Davis misses again. His control starting to get to him. They are going to have a conference between all the players. They're going to try to give him reassurance. This is a crucial moment.
It's a reassurance moment or an alarm moment. I think it's maybe a combination of both. No matter what happens, if you're a Mavericks fan, be proud tonight of your boys. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. Missoula putting up one of the best performances in this tournament, if not the best, tonight against this nationally ranked Next Level Baseball team. It's 2-0. Finn Davis got words from his teammates. He throws a strike. It's grounded over to second. They underhand to short. The throw to first in time. Double play. We're going to extras.
Oh my goodness, what a game! The one thing Missoula wanted the most was delivered.
Wow.
Ground ball turns into a 6-4-3 double play, and we go to extra innings. We may play baseball all night long here in Rapid City in the fourth night of the Firecracker tournament.
Wow.
Wow is right.
With their back against the wall, Missoula comes through with it. You can see the second baseman there for Missoula. That is now, I believe that's Chris Compton has switched over there. He was standing there. He took an extra breath before he did that throw. He was not trying to mess it up. It took a skip, and Reimers got it. And wow.
This is a game for the ages. Just when you think you've seen the best game, you see something else that's even better. And here we go. I mean, we've got every storyline you can imagine. And now we get to see Cornbread Bradley yet again in the top half of the eighth inning. Wow, and all of these hard hat fans, they are getting treated to some amazing extra bonus night baseball here at Fitzgerald Stadium.
So let's load up the other frame. Hard Hat's walking back now to the stands. As I was saying, plenty of game left to go.
Yeah, well, some of them are staying where they're at, but I'll say this.
I would sit front row if I could.
This game, it feels kind of like one of those tug-of-war episodes from the old TV show Battle of the Network Stars. I mean, these two teams are just pulling the rope back and forth, and I mean, what can you say? I mean, this game almost feels like a tug-of-war, and this is a great game. This is a credit to the national pastime tonight here in Rapid City.
Pitch. Swing and a miss at a high one for the first pitch of this inning. Missoula Throws out Henry Black. Black reached base all 3 of the last 3 times he's been here with a double, a walk, and an error reaching. We've ruled that an infield single. That is swatted into center. Leadoff single, Henry Black. It gets past Jennings. Jennings is running back for it. Black going for 2. He'll be told to stay. So an extra base on the error from Jennings.
Wow, that is an uncharacteristic error by the NLB center fielder Jennings, and a costly error is instantly with nobody out. The Missoula Mavericks have the go-ahead run in scoring position.
It's practically like the MLB, like a ghost runner gets over there and they will pinch run. Or no, just giving the equipment back, my bad. So Henry Black over on second base. This will bring up Owen McGuinn. McGuinn got that brought in the tying run with a single back in the 6th.
And this puts even more pressure on Cornbread, and it takes
Bunt
the
shown.
double play out of play.
Ball taken. John Gonzalez charging for home plate and bunt defense there after seeing McGuinn present it. McGuinn, a pair of singles on the day, or a trio of singles on the day. He's 3 for 4. 1 out. Bunt put down. A good one. Cornbread gets it. They will throw to first. Not in time. It gets away. Coming around to score is going to be the runner Black. And going for second, being told to stay there, is going to be McGuinn. Another error from this next level team.
Wow, Cornbread threw wild to first, and that gives Missoula yet another lead. They now lead for the 3rd consecutive inning after they had a 1-0 lead at the very beginning as the visiting team in this ball game. And right now, Cornbread has to be so frustrated. He left the mound at the top of the 7th, probably thinking he had secured a victory, and has not happened.
Well, Finn Davis, the pitcher, going to try to help his own case here. Likely he pitches the next inning. Bunt shown and very highly bunt fouled back. So 0-1.
I should say he left the mound in the 6th, probably thinking he had secured a victory. And here we are in the top of the 8th inning. And the number 18 team in the United States trails Missoula, Montana. The Mavericks continue to attack, and that's the only way you can win a game like this against a top 20 nationally ranked opponent.
Well, they need outs if you're next level. And Finn Davis trying to give himself more cushion. He nearly lost it in the bottom of the 7th. He loaded the bases with 1 out. A double play ball was enough. The defense delivered. That's down and away. So now it's up to 2 balls and 1 strike for Cornbread. He got down to that final batter. A walk would have brought him in. A hard sac fly would have brought him in. The only thing that wouldn't have brought him in would have been a strikeout or a double play. He got the latter. That's a bunt put down. It's picked up by Gonzalez. No, it isn't! Gonzalez, that's 3 errors in a row. What's going on?
The wheels are falling off the wagon for the young men from Asheville, North Carolina. 3 consecutive errors. Jennings with an error in center field. Cornbread Bradley with an error on a bunt right in front of home plate. And now Gonzalez failing to find the handle on a squibber right in front of the plate on a bunt, and this is just such a shocking development. NLB, a heavy favorite in this game, now trailing 10-9, and they have no outs. And at this point, the manager for next level baseball just saying what he has to say, and it's up to NLB to find a way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you are a fan of next level baseball, your team's only down 1. It's the 8th inning. I don't know how many times that the Missoula Mavericks have played an 8-inning game this year, and they had stretched their bullpen as far as it is at the moment. But here it is. We are in the extra innings, and the Missoula Mavericks are up 10-9 with a runners at the corners with nobody out after 3 consecutive errors committed by NLB.
Okay, well, that brings up the first baseman, Easton Reimers. Taken off the plate, 1-0. Bradley staying in. Neither of those last two, I mean, one of them was, but he forced two soft grounders on the bunts that were expected, I guess, to be sacrificed. They end up working out. Those two men on the corners now fouled away. And, yeah, so it's
Here's a
1-1.
question, Oliver. How many extra inning games have been on Hard Hats TV this year?
1. No, 2. Casper, 9-inning walk-off, and then a 10-inning thriller in Brookings. That's the longest game. This one isn't touching that. That was 3 hours and 40 minutes. So 1-2. There were 3 double plays to extend that game.
Cornbread is not happy. He just had an expression as that ball was thrown back to him. He is an angry Cornbread Bradley right now.
1-2. Taken up and high. 2-2. Reimers. He came into this game with the most RBIs on the team. That was 4, but it counts. 2-2. Grounded foul. I know this looks bleak here for the next level baseball team. They do have Eli Shin, Bryce Meacham, and John Gonzalez in the do-up, though. If they can keep this thing tight, that offense can come through in the bottom of the inning. 2-2. Bradley delivers. It is snubbed foul. Gonzalez throws his glove up on the off chance it lands inside of it, and he goes and picks it up. And 2-2.
I'm curious to know the last time that next level baseball has trailed in extra innings. Sometimes these outstanding teams, these nationally ranked teams, they're unaccustomed to having these kind of close games. There was a flicker of lightning, but I think they're instead saying something to...
Does somebody have a laser pointer or flash photography?
To the
it's somebody in a turtleneck in the season ticket area getting pointed at. I don't know what he did wrong.
I don't know, but that drew the attention of the umpiring crew here.
It's 2-2. Nearly 9 p.m. local time. And this game there was a game scheduled for 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that game's going to start pretty late tonight.
It is nearly 11 p.m. Eastern.
Tomorrow
it's a holiday. That's what Jeanette Meacham was saying.
So, I mean, may this game go as long as it has to.
It's been such a thriller. Count gets full.
I have seen some comments on the chat stream that have said something to the effect of, we're ready for the next game, because there are a lot of Hard Hat fans tuning in to Hard Hats TV. You're getting bonus coverage of Missoula Mavericks in the 8th inning, leading nationally ranked MLB from Asheville, North Carolina, 10-9. Here's Oliver with the next pitch.
All right, it's a 3-2. The payoff fouled away. This at-bat continues. Reimer's not going to let anything get him, so full count. I'll push back that stream again. I think I gave myself a ton of time and set it for 8:30. And that's not going to be enough. 9:15, that is skied. Can it be caught? Going out is Chafin. He's in foul territory? No, it'll land in the home bullpen. We continue the at-bat.
Cornbread could really use a strikeout right here for NLB with the count full at 3-2.
And a man on third. Fly out wouldn't be ideal. It would bring across the tying run in low likelihood. Or the go-ahead, or, a run that would... Ooh, we don't get it.
that was not a great swing, but it's been that kind of good night for Missoula. Somehow the ball found the very tip of that bat handle, and we play on here with a full count.
Full count. Payoff again. It's skied into right. It's going to go into the corner. Meacham unable to get it. Going to third now is going to be the runner, Davis. He will stay there. Another run scores. Nobody out in the top of the 8th here. Missoula having a heck of a performance. There are some fireworks going off coincidentally in a adjacent field at the high school next to us. But
Well, this has probably never happened to Cornbread before, but an opposing team has absolutely battered the legendary Cornbread Bradley tonight in these final couple of innings, and now Missoula leads 11-9, and it looks as though we're going to have a substitution and a pitching change. The skipper for Next Level Baseball talking with the home plate umpire with the Mavericks up 11-9, and what can we say? This game just marches on. A amazing instant classic as you described, Oliver, and you know, the thing to remember if you're a Missoula Mavericks fan and if you're an NLB fan is that we still have a long ways to go, meaning that when NLB comes up to bat, they certainly have the ability to roar back. But the biggest thing on the scoreboard at the moment is the number of outs, 0. There has not been a single Missoula Maverick retired here in the 8th inning.
John Gonzalez switches out his glove. He will take over for Cornbread. The baton has been passed. Cornbread will take over first base.
Well, and for Cornbread Bradley, as he gets some applause,
Maybe.
He's one of the fan favorites. Everyone loves Cornbread. The thing with Cornbread, I mean, he competed tonight, and as I said before, when he left the game at the end of the 6th inning, he had the lead. I mean, he was in position to win this game, and it just didn't turn out the way he wanted it to.
Cornbread earns 3 runs at least in this. The 2 in scoring position would be his. A pair of spiked balls in the warm-up pitches from Gonzalez. That would not fly too well. Gonzalez having an incredible tournament. He's done it at the plate. I have not seen him pitch. But John Gonzalez is getting set. We have a substitution coming in at first base. Is going to be Meacham. Meacham comes in at first, and 88. Who's that? Quarter goes to the outfield. We have a ton of adjustments. So Meacham goes from right field to first. Quarter goes from third base to right. And who's at third? Spin around. It's 90-something. I want to see the back of the jersey. It's very easy to read when it is turned around. Come on, do a spin. I don't know who's at right. I don't know who's at third.
Can't tell.
I can't see the number.
Here we go. 97 is the number.
Oh, so that's Drew Nelson. Drew Nelson will take over at third base. That's got to be in place of Maddox Hatcher, the DH.
Fans here at Fitzgerald Stadium being treated to some outstanding bonus baseball in this instant classic between the Missoula Mavericks and the MLB team from Asheville, North Carolina. And we are just still a long ways from being finished here in the 8th inning, and who knows, we may play more than 8 innings. Neither one of these teams in this baseball version of tug of war going to give an inch to the opponent, no matter how strong the tug is on the other end of that proverbial rope here in this outstanding game in night number 4 of the Firecracker tournament.
All right. Coming up now is the catcher, Davis. He has a pair of walks, but he did fly. Cornbread got him to fly out last inning. I might notice the shooter sleeve and gauze are off. There are no flashiness in pitching for Gonzalez.
I saw a young man with an Arizona State sweatshirt.
He loves to party.
I don't know about that. You're a Sun Devil, and
Well,
he's not even in college yet, but there you go.
I feel bad for my soon-to-be color commentator. He's having to wait quite a while out there. Pitch. That's a strike, edge of the zone, 0-1.
I want to thank all the people watching here on Hard Hats TV. A record audience size for Hard Hats TV
By at
in
least
this game.
70.
I mean, this game has been worth an audience size.
That's bunted. It's going to be a play at home. They get him! The tag applied. Nobody scores. The lead runner taken out. Men at the corners, and the first out is recorded.
And here's the thing about that. Not only does that out at the plate keep this a 2-run game, but it's an out. And right now, that's what NLB needed the most, was something good to happen. And for the team from nationally ranked Power from Asheville, North Carolina, they have something they haven't had in a while, which is momentum. Let's see if the relief pitcher relieving Cornbread Bradley can keep this a 2-run game headed to the bottom of the 8th inning.
I think I get one day off in between games, but I would like to make a highlight package of this game and release it on the channel. But I don't know, I only get like a day off, and I got a lot to do in that day because I've spent 5 straight days calling baseball.
You have a lot to do. Don't worry, I'll mow the grass.
Thanks. Putting together tournament highlights, everything. But I'll think about all the stuff I got to do later, off of the plate, because we go to the Gopher on Wednesday.
I'll pull the weeds too.
Thank you. They're not going to find you. You're a pamphlet reader that says, you know, don't let it around babies, and then the moment that like a baby's in the room with the Wii, you pull them out because the pamphlet told you otherwise. 1-1. That is not a strike. That was very close, edge of the plate. 2-1.
Missoula Mavericks fan did not like that call, really letting the home plate umpire hear it.
2-1. Gonzalez likes the pitch. He throws high. I don't think that was the thing he dialed up, so 3-1.
To the naked eye, these fastballs, I would say, are in the upper 80s at least.
Probably. Feels to go so way. So, all right, 3-1 count to the leadoff man, Taylor. That's going to be crushed, but caught! Caught by Shin, throw to first, not in time. So 1 out on the liner to Shin. Or sorry, to Benedetto. I forgot they switched places.
Man, that is another big out. And again, for the Missoula Mavericks, do you feel safe with a 2-run lead against the number 18 team in America?
Not facing a doo-up of Shin, Meacham, Gonzalez, and Jennings, I wouldn't feel too confident. That's going to be hit into left center. It's getting down. So now coming in is Jennings. That'll score 1. A single from Chris Compton going to add another run to this. It's a 12-9 game for the Mavericks.
A 3-run lead is so much different than a 2-run lead. And for the Missoula Mavericks, that was a giant RBI to give Missoula the separation that allows their pitcher to just go out there and pitch.
That's skied into right. Underneath it is Quarter. He will lay down, get the grab.
He got it.
So he laid down on the ground, made a way to grab with his left hand there, and that was going to be the inning. A close call and right. He gets it done. That's the difference from the start and the end of this inning. So to recap, the top of the 8th for Missoula. Missoula gets 3 hits. They score 3 runs. None of them are earned, there are 3 errors: one on Cornbread Bradley, one on the center fielder Chance Jennings, and one on the first baseman John Gonzalez. And there was 2 men left aboard. In that, it is a 12-9 game.
Wow, I just saw the conference outside the dugout on the visitor side. NLB getting some words of wisdom, some encouragement from not getting chewed out. I think it was an intense. I believe in you guys. This is why you're on NLB. Let's go. For the Missoula Mavericks, I believe they have a new pitcher.
They do. That's a gutsy move. Finn Davis was
this is going to be
just barely holding them in there.
A save situation for the new pitcher from Missoula, Montana. Here we go. Buckle up, folks. If this game couldn't get any better, yes it can. NLB coming up in the home half of the 8th inning, trying to stay undefeated here at the Firecracker tournament and avert one of the biggest wins ever recorded by a Legion team from the Big Sky state of Montana.
Okay, well, Missoula now leads by 3. Coming in will be the College of Idaho commit, Luke Thorne.
It's a Vandal.
Nope, that's University.
It's a
They're NAIA.
Oh, okay, never mind. It's not a Vandal.
Not a Vandal.
And it's not a Bengal. That's Idaho State.
I hear Moscow gets up to a lot. With a name like that, they oughta. Alright, so leading off this inning, you couldn't ask for anybody better. Eli Shin. First ball taken. The nerves have got to be getting to Thorne. He's trying to save against this team, and he's facing the best part of this order. That is lined just foul. Would have been a ground out if it stayed fair. So 1-1.
This game has had suspense. It has had surprises. It has had hero after hero, moment after moment. And it has had its set of errors and blemishes. And when it's all said and done, this will be a game that the players in this game will likely never forget.
I bet not. This is an incredible game. And I thought that the Hard Hats game would be like this. Turns out it's Missoula. It could be both.
It could be both. Who knows?
Thorne locates a curveball on the edge of the zone. That's a great pitch from Luke Thorne. He's a infielder first, pitcher second, as listed on the program. 1-2 count. Delivered to Shin off the plate. Doesn't get him to bite. 2-2. Eli Shin has gotten on base both the last 2 times with a double and a walk. He drives that one into center. That's a leadoff single. Eli Shin able to lead off this inning with a single. That's a big hit for next level. Still no outs.
Wow, was that a big must right there for NLB. They really needed 3 runs down to get the leadoff hitter aboard to operate their comeback attempt down by 3 runs, and they got what they needed from Mr. Shin.
All right, well, up comes the future ULM Warhawk, Bryce Meacham.
You and I got a buddy that used to coach football.
Oh, was he there at some point?
Yeah, Steve Standard was. Current linebackers coach for Big 12 champion Kansas State.
Pitch out. Maybe a pitch out, actually. Maybe that's how the word came to be.
You're on to something.
Yeah.
Sherlock Holmes.
All right, so Shin leading off the first. Nobody has stolen a base in several innings. That's grounded over to second. Let's flip over to short. Not in time. It's too low. He is safe. So that'll be an error on the second baseman for Missoula. That's Chris Compton.
Those are the kind of errors that cost you ball games when you're trying to beat the number 8 team in the United States of America at the Firecracker tournament. A big, big error. Still nobody out, and now 2 on. As the strength of this dynamite lineup going to work here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Now, he may not have a sleeve, so you might not recognize him. This is John Gonzalez. 2 men on. He has 9 RBIs in the so far in this tournament. He comes into this at-bat hitting over 700. 1-0. He's got Meacham and Shin. He reaches that. He goes, but Shin takes off. He will get over to third safely. Meacham stays.
That doesn't mean too much in a 3-run game, but
It does mean that
being said,
no force out at third, I guess.
I guess that's true.
It's not that big a deal, but still. 1-1. Davis instructing the pitcher. Meacham did not take off with Shin. He likely would have made it. Shin maybe a little bit more aggressive on the base paths. Gonzalez hits that one softly over to short. It's handled. The throw is on target and dropped.
Nope, they gave it to him.
That's a strike.
They gave him
So
the
an out.
out, even though it was dropped. Now the first base coach is asking the umpires to talk it over.
Because it came out after he pulled it down.
Let's see what the home plate umpire says.
Did he have complete contact? He
It's
got
an
him.
out. It is an out. So 1 down, 2 on, and the tying run is at home plate in the person of Jennings, who's looking to atone for what was a costly error in the top half of this eighth inning in center field when the leadoff hitter had a single and then was spotted an extra base when the ball went past Jennings in center field.
So Jennings is 3 for 4 on the game. A single, and a triple. I'm kind of surprised Eli Shin did not try to come in on that ground ball.
The base is open here for the record.
Yeah, but they don't want to put the tying run on the...
No, they don't want to. I'm just saying it's open.
I've seen that used strategically when there's less runs needed. Next level, men on second and third, 1 out. This is the Winthrop commit, Chance Jennings.
It is 9 o'clock Mountain Time in Asheville, North Carolina. It's 11 o'clock Eastern Time.
You got another game to watch.
You're going to be up till like 2 in the morning, NLB fans, if you want to see all the games your team plays.
Bounced! That didn't even get to the imaginary dirt on the turf here.
I'm not very good at staying up past 11.
It's okay, we got Dylan. You can take a nap in the car.
I was thinking of the NLB fans back in North Carolina.
I was going to say, this game, we're going to be out here till 11 at least.
About us in the Mountain Time.
That is reached on and golfed into center. Taylor makes the grab. Out number 2 is recorded. They're throwing home. Meacham got in a rundown. This could be it. Meacham running back. The tag. He's out. Missoula wins it. 12-10. They pull off the upset in extras. And they tag out Bryce Meacham. 12-10. Missoula gets the biggest win of their season, maybe even in recent program history.
Maybe ever. That was a win over a top 20 team. These teams will go and shake hands. They were just treated, this entire crowd and this largest Hard Hats TV audience in Hard Hats TV history this year, treated to a game that will be remembered for a long time.
Now,
12-10.
Officially, that run came in.
Yep, 12-10, the final score. Missoula stuns NLB from Asheville, North Carolina, and the Mavericks get a huge win. Don't know if that's going to lift them into the third place game or not.
No, it won't. But it will take them. It will
is.
guarantee them in that 5th, 6th game. And it's just such a big win. It doesn't really matter where you place.
I'll tell you what. This is going to be a very happy bus trip back to the hotel. And Missoula fans, celebrate this one. This is a major, monumental win here at the Firecracker tournament. The only team to beat a top 20 team here at the Firecracker tournament is your Missoula Mavericks Baseball Club. Congratulations, Missoula. Your boys did it and made history in Rapid City tonight.
All right, so thank you all for coming in and watching this. So many of you are still here. Remember, we have this 3-1 now, next level baseball team coming off of this, they're going to come out with a vengeance. They go up against the 4-0 Rapid City Hard Hats. These are two of the best teams in the tournament. They will play tomorrow for the championship. They are going to play first game now, then tomorrow for the championship. Getting a speech here from the head coach, Scott Considine, and they are going to go back out and play this 4-0 Hard Hats team, your Rapid City Hard Hats. You all are watching here, over 200 of you. I would love to see you there. I will be live in about 3 minutes with that. I will have my color commentator, Dylan Marsh, on the call. He is a player as of, retired Hard Hat as of 2 days ago. So it's going to be great. Thank you all for watching here. Go to that other stream, still on the broadcast. You can leave the stream right now. Go to the channel. You will see that other one scheduled. I will be on that probably in a matter of seconds, actually. All right, I'll see you in just a moment. Head over there.
Good night, everybody.